A little bit. Yeah.
Oh my God. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Thursday night. Welcome back to the WebDM Twitch channel, Land Between Two Rivers. You might have noticed a bit of a change this evening. Lindy is going to be our DM tonight, taking us on a tale of the land between two rivers as we cleanse our palates between the sort of the main party, as it were, and introduce some already beloved one-shot characters tonight. I would like to, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to introduce everybody, and then I'll kick it off to Lindy, and she will take it from there. Grant, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine, but I was feeling salty earlier, so get ready for some vicious bars that I'm going to spit, because this one's for the legend TK. Remember when you drop the preferred pronoun, it's a they. And if you think that's too political, don't be hypocritical, because I'm the master of the lyrical. Now it's time to get satirical. Cry, baby, homeboy, check your privilege. We know you robbed the indigenous village while you plundered and you pillage. And if your response to that begins with not all, plebe, we're going to serve your ass raw. We got all their backs, but they don't need it. When you try your attacks, just remember we'll be playing this game long after you quit, which will probably be over some petty shit. I know you can't handle this verbal jujitsu. You're going to get gobbled like Perkins Choose the Waffle Crew. And if you hate on dice camera action, just remember those players got the passion. They're all just trying to have fun, not waste their time on haters that don't get none, that whine more than Anakin when he was a Padawan. Now, if you'll excuse me, your Jedi Master's got a game to run.
Oh, sir.
Oh my God.
F the haters. That's what that's called.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Grant. Excellent. I'm of course Jim Davis. I'm doing great, and I'm gonna pass it over to TK. TK, how are you?
That was like every week that Grant does a rap. I don't know what I expect, but it's always better than what I thought it was gonna be. I like with this whole like, okay, yeah, okay, well, okay. That's a bop though. Yeah, I'm doing well. Having a good time. A little stressed out because I already love Schmicky. So if Schmicky dies tonight, I'll probably kill everyone in this chat room and then myself.
I think we should just all form that pact.
I think you should too.
Perfect. We're all sealed in a pact together. Anna, how are you?
Hello, I'm doing great. Yes, I am.
Excellent.
But I'm going to be playing Jaheth, the tiefling barbarian, and Jaheth has a secret that maybe everybody will find out later. And he's basically, if you know who Donald Gleason is, the actor, he was General Hux, I guess, most recent big thing that you've seen him in. It's the actor, not General Hux. Whatever. That's me, a babe.
Excellent. And yes, and yep, that's perfect. I'm absolutely perfect. And I love that you're going to show everyone how to properly play a barbarian as well.
Yes.
Finally.
Stay tuned, everybody.
Right. Josh, how are you?
I'm pretty fresh and clean, having just come out of the shower. And I'm going to be playing Frank. Frank is a Drow Shadow Sorcerer. And he's that popular emo goth kid that we all knew in high school.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. All right. Well, here we go. We fly by the seat of our pants here on WebDM, and we are going to be, I'm assured and I trust that we'll be flying by the seat of our pants tonight. Lindy, it's all yours now.
And how are you doing today, Jim? And who will you be playing?
Oh my goodness, I'm doing great. I'm fresh off of a WebDM shoot, which is like an amnesia wipe for my brain, which is I don't really remember anything that happens in the 2 or 3 weeks before a big shoot. So I'm doing great. Life is all right. I'm playing who am I playing? I'm playing Hellion. Hellion is a Githyanki Eldritch Knight stuck on this dying world. And he does crime as well. So.
Cool. Crime is cool, kids.
It's true.
So, you all are in the land between two rivers, which we're all fairly familiar with after having played in this campaign for a few weeks, months, whatever. And all of you have been brought together for various reasons, but you all had one thing in common. You all owed somebody, or some groups of somebodies, a favor. So, you are in the back of one of the traveling caravans that is going to drop you off to the your drop point, basically, where you're gonna be hoofing it the rest of the way to the heist locale, which you've been informed is a Medusa's lair. You are to retrieve 2 statues from said lair. You're giving a description of your first target, which is a tiefling warlock. His name is Iados, and you will recognize him because he has infernal runes emblazoned all over his body and scars even on his horns. So that you give a pretty good description of him and even what some of the runes say. The other statue you are to retrieve is a bit more generic. You are given a hand-drawn picture and a detailed verbal description of what a human looks like, and instructions to take a male human that is in the best condition from said lair, as it is rumored this Medusa is so ancient that she has a very valuable and rare collection of statues. You are also given 1 oil of depetrification for either yourselves if you get frozen, or if you're gonna have some problems moving some statues, you are recommended to pour it onto Mr. Iados, the tiefling warlock, and make that way you only have 1 statue to lug out of there.
So 1 oil just period, or 1 oil per character?
1 oil period. Yeah, it gets a 1 shot. I'm not gonna make it that easy. So you're given 1 oil of depetrification. Now, you guys are in the back of a wagon, and you feel the wagon stop moving. And you hear, "All right, here's your stop. Go on, you lot. We'll be back in 3 days. Pick you up." And
whatever.
You are all ushered off the wagon. And what do each of your characters look like as you step off?
I imagine as Mud steps off, the wagon kind of tips in her favor. She's strong. She's solid. Her feet leave solid indentions in the broken earth, and she's corn-fed. She's corn-fed.
Oh, okay.
Respect. Hellion is much older than he looks. His sort of dusty yellow skin has deep lines around his cheeks and his eyes. But he has a grace and power to him that suggests a warrior in his prime. He's got some sort of crudely made great sword and piecemeal armor on, and then the rest of it is sort of like silks and the like to keep the desert dust off of his personage. And he'll step off second.
Not me.
Well, Jahef is about 6'1". He's a red tiefling with kind of longish, shaggy hair, red hair, kind of a red beard. And he has this kind of spiky armor, and in his boots he also has those spikes, but it's mostly leather armor. And he just has a very strong look about him. And he is a little bit dirty because adventurer, and class and all that fun stuff. So, yes. That's what he looks like. Very handsome. Dreamy green eyes. I'll stop drooling, sorry.
Schmicky is going to step off very daintily. I suspect Schmicky was picked up in the middle of a con. So Schmicky's still wearing a flower seller's dress, very full skirts, pressed apron. Everything about Schmicky is impeccably clean. Lace, hair taken into 2 braids, just like bright blush, freckles. Very excited to be there. A dark-skinned tiefling, just jumping off in brightly polished shoes and not really saying anything, kind of darting eyes, looking for a way out.
Was it me? My last? Okay.
Yes, you were the last one off the wagon.
All right. Well, Frank slinks off. Is it daytime?
Yes, it is daytime.
God, he's so upset right now. Shoulders up. He's just kind of like lurching forward, slinking, and he's really upset. And he wears tattered and frayed, tight-fitting black clothes, and he has ash gray skin, silver eyes, and just silver whitish hair. He's just like he's like that emo punk, but he's that alpha emo punk. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There's such a thing.
There absolutely is. Yeah, yeah. And that's him. And he is he's not happy to be here, but he's here.
Mud holds out her hands to help him down from the wagon.
He says. That's it.
Fine. Gosh. Stupid.
I know.
So God. I know.
Yeah.
Cast levitate and lower.
Now, do we know
just above the
got here? Do we
sorry.
know how we got here? Like, were we like absconded with?
You were given a couple of days heads up, and then to get yourself together, and you better not leave town. And then you were picked up and escorted.
I imagine Schmicky absolutely tried to leave town.
He definitely did.
It didn't work
They
out.
might have. You might have woken up on a wagon, like the sleeping dart again.
It's like, this is the new stuff.
Oh wow! I need to build up resistance to this.
Hellion will look around. Is like, does anyone know what we are doing here? Huh?
We are here to retrieve some statues, I think,
Oh yes.
for a very important lady.
A very important lady. Okay.
She tried to kill you too.
There's very many important ladies have tried to kill me before, but no one has succeeded yet.
This one's different. She tries to kill you either with her dagger or her looks.
I just want to say every time Jim does this voice, I get like hot and bothered. So like,
This is my Kids in the Hall Quebecois sketch voice.
Schmicky will actually, approach Hellion and say, "Please, is there any way someone can get me home? I don't think I'm supposed to be here."
And then you're gonna.
Hellion looks
Here
around.
you
and cuts
are!
her.
As the wagon just keeps going off into the distance.
are you lost? Mud walks up to Schmicky. Do you need help?
I do. I was in the market and I was trying to sell my flowers and I was just snatched up from the streets and I don't know where my parents are.
That's because you're easy to grab.
Yeah, I don't
Can
buy
you
it.
do an insight check?
Yes.
With
that's
my
definitely-
table-
Are they
People
doing
talk
it against
blue
my
dice.
deception or against
Yeah,
my disguise kit?
We'll say your disguise kit adds, gives you. What's your charisma modifier?
2.
It gives you +2.
Okay.
I got an 18 with my tabletop blue dice.
I'm proficient in deception, so
Yes, you're proficient, and you get an extra +2.
yeah. So a 22.
You think? He's being honest.
You seem like an honest person.
I am. I don't even know why I'm here.
You probably owe Myrrh money.
That's probably true. Yes, the deadly woman with the looks.
It's like there's panic on Schmicky's face now because they're not sure if they're supposed to pretend since they're a tiefling whether they know Myrrh.
Mm.
You didn't get instructions on that.
Oh no.
You probably owe her. That's like common.
All
I
have
owed her
is
for years.
flowers.
Yeah, I have owed her as well. She's been. She keeps me informed of the fellowship patrols. Yes, always knew a favor was coming in one day.
Well, why can't we just leave? Why do we have to do all this stuff?
Because we like to live. She is a very scary woman.
If you owe her money, you have to do something to receive the money. That's how the basic economy works here in the land between two rivers. You just can't get off scot-free. And we can't give you money if you don't do anything. There's no such thing as free money.
Well, okay, but will someone please protect me?
I've got you. All right, come here.
Oh,
Bring it
and
close.
she like very delicately folds herself against you. It's just like, thank you so much. I'm so weak out here.
Oh my god.
It's okay. I'm the 5-time City of Disc shot put champion. Till I found out there was no career after shot putting.
I'm in
I
love
took
with
up cage fighting.
Amazing. You're inspiring to us all, really. But don't worry, I will protect you with my strong muscles.
Yeah, she's just like prettily weeping against Mud's chest.
God.
You look around you. You guys were given enough rations to last the 3 days that it's going to be before they come back again on the backside and bring you back to the rendezvous point, which is here. And before you, like behind you, it's just wasteland, harsh wasteland. In front of you is a petrified forest. You see sharp jutting rocks, petrified trees, and there actually seems to be a little bit of shade, shelter. At least looks a bit more hospitable than the wasteland surrounding. And you know that in the center of supposedly in the center is the Medusa's lair.
Frank is going to go towards any shade he can find.
Yeah. There's like a rock tree.
Yeah, he's been like hiding in other people's shadows,
Yes.
like the whole time.
His whole life.
Whole life.
Yeah,
Should
probably.
fashion yourself an umbrella, huh?
It's a good idea, actually. Yeah, I should.
Won't work.
How's that? It's a parasol. Yeah. Blocks the sun.
Your affliction affects you regardless of whatever you can see, not necessarily where you stand.
I'm not from here, man, lady. You wouldn't understand.
No, I understand. I got family that's Stro.
That's not what I mean.
What's your deal, kid?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, he might be a drow, but he's like 40. So he's like
I don't know the difference.
drow are gonna live for like 700, 800 years.
Yeah.
So like a 40-year-old drow is like a freaking toddler.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Why are you
he's
so sad? Who hurt you?
he's like nobody hurt me. I'm just on my own. That's all.
Now you're with people, so why are you sad?
You wouldn't understand my pain.
It's a front he puts on. A false face.
Shut up, Mud.
Yeah, regardless,
Wait.
we are a crew for 3 days. Should watch each other's backs.
I've got all of your backs.
And Hellion doesn't mind taking the lead. He's proficient in survival, so
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah. It's not very hard to navigate this petrified forest. Just give me a survival check to see how quickly you navigate it.
Well, today I'm proficient. My wisdom is just otherwise. That's a 5.
It's a 5.
Yes.
You walk through the petrified forest for a little while.
Oh, it looks the same, huh?
And then you're like, oh, I found tracks! You swear you found tracks. Several creatures in the area. And maybe it's the Medusa. But then you follow them for a little bit and you realize, oh wait, that's our tracks.
Ah, it's clever, huh? Should use that against someone. Well, and he'll like, no one's objecting. He'll continue to try.
Okay. Yeah, you could definitely. Now that he knows he was going in circles, feel like he would just be maybe a little bit more aware.
So I have a spell I forgot to ask about. I forgot.
Yes.
It's from the DM skill. It's called Adept Skill. It's like a self-only guidance for wizards.
Okay, sure.
Right. So I'm gonna use Adept Skill. It's a cantrip.
Sure.
It gives me an extra D4.
Yeah.
I could use it.
I could use it.
All right. 19 and 4 is maths. 23.
23. Yeah, immediately you're like, oh, that was a ruse. I pulled a ruse on myself. Wow.
Just trying to get the party.
You kind of like, all right, you take a minute and you like, the sun's there. We gotta go this way. And you quite expertly, you're like, okay, we can go this way. We can go down the canyon. We'll have shade. And he won't be as complaining. And you quite deftly navigate through. It was about midday when you got dropped off. What is everyone's passive perceptions?
13.
13.
12.
10.
10.
13.
Okay. The 2 10s, unfortunately, they're just like, wow, this is a petrified forest. This is
Eagle
pretty
eye.
cool. The other 3 see or start noticing here and there, like, wait, that's a statue. You notice that, and then you look way off in the distance, and there's like another statue of what looks like people petrified and turned into statues, or someone just really likes sitting in the middle of a petrified forest, carving out
Makes sense.
stuff.
There's a
One of the two.
Medusa's lair nearby.
Yeah.
We don't want to
And-
end up like them.
Mickey gasps dramatically. Sorry.
So,
Oh,
Helion, you estimate that during this half day of travel that you guys have done, it's nighttime. Do you guys want to continue going through the night, or are you gonna kind of stop and take a rest?
Do we look like night folk?
I mean, I do.
Yeah.
You are the night.
Right. Right. I'm fine if we continue on in the night.
We don't want to stay up too late, though. We'll suffer from exhaustion.
Capitally.
true. I prefer to sleep it off during the day. And
It's
That's
hot out.
when the Gorgons eat us. They wait for us to fall asleep when we're highly visible.
good point. Then let
Oh,
us find a place to rest.
most snake-type creatures can see at night.
That's when they do their hunting. Yes?
Not that I know. I only know flowers.
Should hide
You've
ourselves.
seen flowers?
Oh, a statue!
Yeah, you actually pass by and you see like 2 statues back to back, like as if they were holding something at some point, and they're looking like, and they're just frozen there. You notice that the deeper in you go, the more frequent the statues become.
How old do these look? Like the ones that are outdoors?
We're gonna, yeah.
There was one kind of newer one on the outskirts, but these look fairly old. Like one of them's like ear is like worn off from weathering.
Hellion easily spends an hour thinking of what it would be like if we put the oil on one of these old ones.
Is there anything that Schmicky would notice as like, like, I'm not saying that Gorgons are specifically reptilian, like in the lower half in nature, but is there anything that would look like a snake's nest or anything to Schmicky?
Okay, yeah, make me either a perception or a survival or investigation check, any of the
I
3.
would love to make the one I'm proficient in.
Do it.
That's gonna be perception.
All right. See what you pick
Oh, a
up.
19.
Okay,
Yay.
so You've noticed that there seems to be bits of shed skin from some type of reptilian. It looks more lizard in nature though than snake. But you do see some signs of reptiles in the area.
Do I have any idea how old they might be? Or how big of a creature they came from?
The skin that you, a piece of skin that you find, it looks like it comes from maybe a dog-sized creature, maybe larger.
Okay, and like I can pick it up and everything, right? Like, is it close enough to me to pick up? Yeah. So she'll pick up. She'll say, "Ew, what is this?"
And Jeff goes to investigate it. Let me see. And he grabs it.
All right, you grab it, sniff it.
It's part of a reptile of some sort.
Reptiles are gross.
Well, I don't think they are, but and he flicks it behind him.
Should make note of that.
Hey.
File that away for later.
So you find a bit of skin. You don't see any like a high traffic of it. Whatever these reptiles are, they have wide territories, it would seem.
Seems
I
interesting.
wonder if it's a basilisk. Because there's all these statues.
I mean, it's probably not.
Yeah, I agree with Sad.
It's sad.
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 Sad boy McGee.
We have no evidence either way except for the statues and the reptile flesh. What else could it be?
Well, Occam's razor, man. I know this guy named Occam, and he sells razors, and he always says simplest solution is the best solution, or something like that.
That sounds very clever.
He's a good guy.
Do we hear anything in the petrified forest? Is there any sign of life or sound?
It's been kind of eerily silent. You've seen a few insects crawling, like underneath petrified logs and stuff, but there really doesn't seem to be.
It's just this skin.
Yeah, you just find a piece of skin, like
Is
shed,
there-
as if something was molting. That kind of skin.
Is there a safe place to rest for the night? Like,
There's definitely lots of like little kind of nooks and shelters, some fallen petrified trees. It'd be fairly easy to set up a camp.
Come on, Schmicky, let's get you into a nook.
It doesn't answer the question of whether it's safe. But
Right.
It's like, looks safe. Oh,
Is it?
okay.
Call camps are safe if you take scheduled watches.
yes,
Well-
very true.
I'll stay up all night. Don't worry about it.
No! You need your sleep.
You definitely need your rest.
We'll need your strength tomorrow, huh?
No, I mean
Trance, do that trout.
I can do the trance thing. That's all I'll do. Come on, guys. Stop,
You
people
should.
Want to trance together?
Do you trance?
Kind of.
Trance, bro.
Right.
I
Trans,
stare.
bro.
Yeah,
So-
let's trance. Yeah, we'll trance together.
Before you guys trans, what were your names? I don't think I
My
asked.
name is Mud, 6-time shot put champion of the city of Dis.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
I'm foot rank.
Foot rank?
Come closer. Come closer. Foot rank.
Frank?
Mm-hmm.
Frank.
The rank.
Frank.
Mm-hmm. I'd imagine it's kind of a weird name for Drow, because he named himself. So he gets a lot of confusion, even from
Seems
other Drow.
kind of on brand
Yeah.
for Drow, really.
he's trying really hard to be a Drow.
He's really trying to fit in.
Doing his job. He's doing his best.
Doing his best. Living his best life.
Yeah.
Hellion lays down. He's like,
Okay.
If you need me to take a watch, I will. Otherwise, I will take a rest.
Shall I sing you to sleep?
What was your name?
You would call me Hellion.
Hellion. All right. And what about you? And he turns to Schmicky.
And Schmicky, like, and then, Vicky.
Vicky?
Yes. After an aunt.
That's a drow name.
The Icky, yes.
Vicky, but Icky is a drow name. Yeah.
Vicky?
The Icky.
Uh-huh.
Well, nice to meet you all. My name is Jehif.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's Jehif.
What a handsome name.
Well,
You're a handsome person, Jehif.
Well, you guys are far too kind. I greatly appreciate that.
You look really familiar.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do I?
Are you
Like,
famous?
I mean, some people might say I have killed a lot of people.
Oh.
It's one way to get famous.
Yes.
How
do you-
many?
She's like fascinated.
A lot.
When in reality, she's pretty sure she recognizes Jehef as like an ex-boyfriend of Baloo's. It's like,
See? Sheriff has lost count of how many.
Like
Mhm.
5?
mm-hmm.
A little bit more than 5.
6?
No, I don't even know. It's been so many.
They were people. They had lives. They lived. They had souls. You should have remembered them.
It comes with the job. You kind of just get used to it after the second one, you know.
You must not love your job. If you
I-
loved your job, you'd remember them.
We all die, Mud. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we all do.
It's like
very
it's not
often.
like nobody's ever killed people before. I mean,
No, I've killed
Yeah.
I've killed 77 people
wow.
You care enough to count.
with these, and I hold up my my
Of course.
hand.
I believe it. I believe it.
like big ham hocks.
Yeah.
Like Madame Trunchbull.
These are like, yeah, like you could just picture me like tearing an apple in two with my big
I love
cracking
it.
lobster shells, you know, shuffling cards, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So who takes first watch?
I do.
Okay. Second, it's me first, second, and third.
Like Frank will Frank
Frank
will
Frank.
he'll go ahead and get his trancing over with because he can kind of pay attention anyway. So
Okay.
so he can do either second or third.
I
I'll
would
do
say,
third.
I would say that Schmicky would want to do a watch,
Mm-hmm.
but can't obviously. So at some point during one of their watches, Schmicky's gonna try and sneak over to examine more like the petrified stuff and
Okay. Yeah.
and stuff and things like that, just by herself, hopefully without drawing too much attention.
I have to go. I have to use the restroom.
Yeah.
All right. So, Mud, first watch. Make me a perception check, please.
All right.
Oh my god. Oh my
Wait
God.
on blinking eyes. I got a 17.
Okay. You keep a very perceptive watch. Nothing really seems to bother you guys. Nothing eventful happens. Nothing seems to be amiss. It seems to be very quiet.
Yeah, I pray over Farank's body. I pray that he'll find happiness and love.
In my trance, I'm going to ignore him
Okay.
or her.
Yes.
In my trance, I'm going to ignore her.
Okay. Yes.
In fact, I might roll my eyes.
It's a little difficult. It's just I imagine Mud's just like 6 inches away, from your face.
Even closer. I want to make sure that my lips brush his lips as I pray in front of him. Just, Frank!
Yeah.
It might take you a little longer to finish your trance than normal, Frank.
Okay.
It's very distracting.
I think that's the point Schmicky would
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
Yeah.
moment.
that
We're
moment.
both distracted.
All right. When the watch is distracted, that's when you sneak away. So,
Uh-huh.
how far away do you go? Do you just go to like towards the nearest statue, or are you going back to like a specific one you passed on the way into this campsite?
I'm going to go and see if I would like to go to ones that are like more sparsely, so that it feels as though I'm getting outside of the radius.
Okay.
Since they were becoming more numerous, I don't want to go further than 30 feet from the group, but
Okay.
You said that there were two that were kind of together.
Kind of back to back.
Yeah, back to back. I think I'm gonna investigate those ones.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
kinda take a look.
Go investigate over there. You see what appears to be two drow back to back. You kind of see like the ear on the other side that you didn't walk on. It's got pointed. And they're gonna have the elvish features, and just based on their clothing, because everything is about them is petrified. And they appear to have been holding some type of sword or staff, some type of weapon, but that's been broken off. There's rubble on the ground next to it. And give me a perception check while you're examining these statues.
Oh my gosh, you are the best right now. I'm so excited. 22.
22, awesome.
I won't roll anything good the rest of the time.
So you probably deduce based on the weathering. These statues have been here for a few years, for sure. They were obviously in a battle, as they kind of look, focused but afraid at the same time. And while you are doing this, you hear a rustling from of some pebbles behind a petrified stump, and it seems to be coming towards you. It doesn't sound big. It sounds small, like a little rustle.
I think that at that point, I think Schmicky would slowly turn. Is it behind me or is it in front of me?
It's kind of to like your left behind a little bit. Peripheral.
Okay, so Schmicky will over the shoulder a little bit. And,
Okay. Real subtle, real slow.
Yeah,
I'm just stretching out a little bit.
Pretend to brush something off the apron, kind of step in a semicircle a little bit, and use the dark vision to look in there. And
all right, so you kind of nonchalantly turn, look over your shoulder, and you see a little lizard about this big crawl over on top of the stump and looks at you.
Do I know enough about lizards to know if this is a fully grown or a child?
This looks like a baby. Does not look fully grown.
Oh, okay. That's kind of big for a baby. Yeah, Schmicky, because Schmicky knows that the shed skin was about dog-sized and lizard. Is there anything that Schmicky might have noticed on the skin that's a scale pattern or anything that
the scale pattern looks very similar to this?
Okay.
Appears to be a smaller version of
And
that.
is there any chance that Schmicky might recognize what kind of animal this is?
Give me either a nature or history check.
That is a negative. I'm going to tell you right now, that's not going to work. I don't have negatives, but okay, a 15.
You think? Now, I don't know if you probably haven't had personal experiences with this, but based on what you know, this might be a baby basilisk.
Okay, Schmicky gonna go ahead and just kind of not moonwalk back to camp, but keep eyes on the ground, at the baby basilisk's feet, because
it's looking up at you, kind of like falling, like, this is fun.
Yeah.
You're walking backwards.
Very slowly walk backwards to camp.
No.
And
Don't lead it here.
Wake Mud up. I've got a bag to put over its head, a very special bag.
you are awake. It's your watch.
Oh, it's still my watch?
Yes,
Yeah.
Oh.
you were just praying in around space,
And,
when
like-
she
Yes,
snuck
you were.
away.
And
Yes, you
like
were.
as Schmicky is walking backwards, Schmicky's gonna like getting closer to camp. Schmicky's gonna start dragging her heels to kind of like not like step on sticks or anything, but enough that whoever's on watch would be able to
Here's
see somebody
a rustling.
approaching without raising a loud alarm.
Okay. Yeah, the baby basilisk is just like a little baby lizard trotting after you. Kind of like catches up with you, and it's just kind of like looking up, walking right by you, like right, it's like rubbing against your ankles. And Mud, you hear what sounds like someone approaching.
Who goes there? Reveal yourself.
Do I hear Mud talking?
Yes.
It's Mud's like right there.
Well,
Who goes there?
you're trying to tune it out, but it's just right there.
Is it like really loud? Like is Mud like yelling? Or
I'm
is Mud-
hollering.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Oh no. Okay,
Um,
yeah.
Yeah.
Frank will wake up out of his trance.
Yeah, Schmicky's gonna kind of drop the smartness that Schmicky's doing. Just be like, "Oh, it's attacking me! Please help!" But not like really loud. Just like, "Help me, please! I think it wants to bite me. I might die."
You might die. Ah! And I charge in, and I'm gonna go guns a-blazing, if possible.
No.
Yeah, and I'm going to attempt to bag over its head, and
you can't. Its head's like this big.
yeah.
So you're gonna put it just over its head, or you're gonna put the whole thing in the bag.
Coop up an entire baby basket.
You know what? You're right. I'm just gonna decapitate it. Yeah. So I'm gonna take 2 swings.
Do
First
I wake
swing
up
is
to
a
this?
16 to hit.
You probably do hear, who goes there?
Okay, I think as soon as I hear that, I'd wake up, and as soon as I hear Schmicky's,
That's a roll.
it's I'm in danger.
I imagine Mud has a good set of lungs on her.
I do. I'm all lungs.
And the moment Mud engages, Schmicky is out
Gone.
towards the rest of the camp, just like
Yeah, Mud,
petticoats
as you
flying.
approach, you see Vicky moonwalking backwards with a little lizard, just kind of like a cat rubbing
but
against its ankles.
my three attacks. So it's essentially short sword, soccer kick to its head.
Okay,
And I got a 16, a 19, and a nat 20.
Oh my god.
let me see
Oh,
this
that's-
baby basilisk. Yeah, you kill it. You decapitate it.
And then kick the
I want to at least like get its head like halfway cut, then the kick sends it
Then
flying.
kick it. Yeah, you definitely are able to succeed.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go ahead and just apologize to everyone.
Mhm.
Right? This is the moment.
This is the moment.
It's going in the notes.
Moment.
I'm sorry.
Mhm. So,
So, like,
I'm sorry, guys. It's a mess.
Did you get his name?
The creature?
Yeah.
No,
Why not?
He did not. Hellion just rolls over.
it wasn't saying a lot.
What's it saying?
Did it
Yeah.
try attacking you?
It was attacking Schmicky.
Did you see it attack Schmicky?
It's not my job to. I have to make a call. Schmicky would only call me over if it was life or death.
That's
I mean,
it's a big assumption.
No, you have to. You can't make that call. It's not for us to decide whether she's getting attacked or not. She wouldn't lie, or he wouldn't lie. I haven't quite decided.
something. Regardless, something came in. Who knows what it was? Those little buggers get in your boot, and then you got a rock foot.
That's true.
They can't do
You
the whole
don't-
body. It's just the foot.
You don't want Rockfoot.
Besides, Frank, this is my watch. You're supposed to be trancing.
Yeah, no, nothing was keeping me from doing that.
Yeah, you're very loud.
So? You were very asleep.
All right, Mud.
You know what? Next time on watch, I'm going to let you die.
That's fine. I will accept my death.
It's my job to wake you up when fogies come into the camp. Next time, I'll let you sleep.
Listen, Mud, just go to sleep.
Yeah,
It's my turn to watch.
yeah.
All right, Mud's going to go fish up the head, too, because she's going to teach Jeff a lesson when it's Jeff's turn for the watch. And I slide my hand up like it's a little puppet and just eye to eye go...
Just to see how surprised Jeff is by this, make me like a sleight of hand or a stealth check.
It's a
See how-
performance, I
Oh,
think.
performance? Yeah, you can do performance for that.
Yeah. That one.
So Jeff, you're watching, like, going to sleep, and you see him get like the head. He's like trying to pull out like some of the stuff, and he sticks in his head, and he's working on this puppet for like half of your watch, and then he like pretends to snore for a couple of minutes, and then you hear it just suddenly stop, and you look away, and you hear like army crawling towards you, and then roar, 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 like right by your shoulder, and you look over, and the puppet's
Yeah.
there.
As soon as he does that, I'm gonna take out my great axe and I'm going to swing towards his hand where the puppet is,
Okay.
knowing that it's a puppet, obviously. And right before I slice into his hand, I'm going to stop.
Okay.
Listen, Mud.
I have the puppet. I'm going to use my thumb to operate its tongue and give you a gentle lick on the nose. Just. I'm so sorry, everyone.
Can I try to intimidate Mud?
That will never happen.
We could try. Nope, it won't happen.
Nope.
Yeah. I doubt a 12 will do anything to you.
No, not really. Just
Yeah, I just...
you like get the axe and you
Accept
stop
it.
it, and then the tongue kind of goes like on your nose.
This could have been a real baby basilisk, and you'd be stoned. And then I just kind of point and back away, then go back. This time,
Speaking of, this could have been a baby basilisk. Could you roll me a perception check, Jeff?
Of course.
And-
That's a 9.
It's a 9.
Yeah.
All right. You're like, yeah. And then you look down, and like on your knee, you see a baby basilisk. He's just looking at you, kind of yawns.
Hello? Baby Bess. I'm gonna name you Bess. Please don't eat me. I like kind of look away and like look down, look away, look down.
Mud still has the puppet on your
Yeah.
shoulder.
this will be your undoing.
It's just
I'm like-
chilling there on your knee. It's like kind of cocked its head at you, and it's looking at you, sniffing.
Don't eat me.
It kind of starts trying to chew on you, like but it doesn't realize, and it's just kind of like chewing on your cloak, just like.
Alright, I don't know how to interact with you, so here is a piece of bread. Now shoo.
You fed it.
Yeah. You say that, and it just kind of like crawls up and sits on like the other shoulder, the one that didn't have the puppet, and just kind of like curls up.
I don't.
It's imprinting on you.
Nobody panic. And I look around and everybody's asleep.
Yep.
Alright. Alright, Bass. Do you understand me?
Oh.
And I look down to see if there's like any more.
17. Doom, doom.
You see like a couple of small little like shapes moving in the distance. You think that there's a few in the area, yeah?
It's like the second Jurassic Park movie.
Uh-huh, yeah. There's going to be a pack of
no.
copies coming around the corner.
All right. Just don't eat anybody, don't bite anybody, and everything will be okay. And where's your mom? And I like boop it.
Like, just moves in its sleep.
Okay, I now have a child that I need to protect. I didn't know I would be a father this soon, and this young.
So aside from, so you see some baby basilisks going through the woods and the one sleeping on your shoulder, nothing else happens during your watch, and you think it's time to wake up Farank?
He's kind of been up for a little while.
Okay. There's a baby basilisk sleeping on Jehef's shoulder. And then there's like one on Myrrh's hand, the one that got decapitated. Like a glove. Just sleeping.
It's probably starting to smell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how this happened. And I
Is
didn't
there
want
any
to
way
die. I
Can
didn't
you
have
get rid
to.
of it?
I could try.
Yeah.
And then I like carry the baby and then just put it next to a bush.
Okay.
A stone bush?
Yeah, it's all like petrified wood. So, kind of like wakes up a little bit and then sleepily crawls back after you.
Oh no.
Mm.
I am too young to be your mother. I'm sure you have a better one somewhere. Maybe you could lead us to your mom.
What, are you speaking in common?
Yes.
Okay. It just crawls back up on you.
All right. Maybe how about this? And I start speaking Infernal and basically say the same thing.
Doesn't appear to make any difference.
Farank, do you speak with these creatures?
I don't even know if they do talk.
Well, I don't know how to get rid of it. Help me.
Well, I mean, unless you kill it, I don't think you can.
I can't kill this.
I know, it's really cute.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know how Mud did it, but I don't want Mud to hurt my child.
Well, I mean, all things do die. So, maybe now's its time.
Still young.
Mm-hmm. That happens. I've seen a lot of children die.
Carry him and like move away
Uh-huh.
like, a little bit.
Yeah.
I think you're just a savage and you need to be happier. What makes you happy in life?
Death and darkness.
Okay.
I mean,
Is that it?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I like shiny things.
I have a shiny thing. And I take out one piece of gold and then here.
I mean, I'll take free money. Thanks.
Are you happy now? Did that work?
No.
Can I get it back from him?
I might need another.
No. I have a
No.
child to feed now, so
Well, keep your child hidden. Actually, no. If a father basilisk or mama basilisk comes around, we're dead.
I didn't think about that.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. I'll keep watch.
All right. Give me a perception check for your watch, Frank.
Okay. He's gonna find the darkest little place he can be, which might be just out in the open.
In Mud's bedroll.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's distracted. Well, the tomfoolery. He got a 9.
Good 9. Yeah,
Mhm.
you think you see some shapes kind of just moving around in the bushes, but nothing really sticks out to you besides that. The closer to dawn it gets, the less movement there is.
Okay. All right. I'll wake everybody up.
Oh, hi, Frank.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Mud.
What happened?
Did you have a good watch?
Yeah, I had a great watch.
Were you blessed by my prayers?
No,
Damn.
we found 2 baby lizards in the middle of the night, and one of them is dead, and stinking on your hands. So no,
Oh,
it's all right though. I forgive you.
I didn't ask for your forgiveness.
Well,
And
but
it's
you
not for yours to give.
yeah, but you needed it, so I forgive you.
I don't need nothing.
It's good. It's good. That's good, Mud.
Morning, Jeff. I mean, and I take it off and I just chuck it as far as I can. Morning, Jeff.
It's Jeff.
Yeah.
And it's Frank. Come on.
Well, what do you think my name is? Mud?
Yes.
No.
Mahud?
Mud?
No.
It's not Mud?
It's Mud.
Mahud?
No.
Okay.
Mud.
Noted.
Noted. Mhm.
And where did you note it? Mentally or physically? I didn't see you right.
In my head.
You're...
And then if you see, like towards his horns, he has a baby bass, baby bass,
Baby bass.
It's got
wrapped
bass.
around.
It loves the warmth. It's just all snuggled up.
Oh my god.
Your hair's like a little nest.
We're so dead.
I can't get rid of it.
Basby.
Basby. Basilisks, baby.
Yes.
Basby.
Yes.
Okay. Well, maybe we won't get killed by basilisks today. We should be on our way. Mhm.
All right. You all continue closer, deeper into the petrified forest.
Mhm.
You guys just tromping through? How are you going about your travels? Just walking, marching, sneaking?
I'd like to sneak like a football field length in front of everyone.
Okay.
Just see what I can find and report back to them every 10-15 minutes or so.
Okay, sure. Give me a stealth check.
I'm good at those sometimes. 20.
20. All right, you're pretty sneaky. The group doesn't even notice you come back like half the time. So you're like there. They're like, "Hi guys."
Hey. Ooh, from behind a rock. Ooh, I could have been a Gorgon.
I kind of wish you were.
He is very sneaky.
I would like for
Oh, she-
Schmicky to actually kind of
Oh, she. Yeah.
trail behind everybody, kind of
Okay.
like under the guise that like her feet hurt, blah blah blah, but she's actually like keeping an eye out also and making sure that the party's movements are covered up
Are
and
covered
as
up.
stealthy as possible,
Yeah.
for any lizards or reptiles that might be looking for them and
All right.
stuff.
Give me a survival to see how well you guys cover them tracks.
Look you. I know that I used up all my good rolls.
I don't know. You could just be on a roll tonight.
And I am. Because I got it dirty.
I liked it. I
Nice.
liked it.
You're pretty satisfied with this work. You're like, nothing's gonna be able to track us now.
So, oh, my feet hurt. I'm just gonna sit here a minute, and then like with like some leaves.
Mud. While you are scouting ahead a little bit, you, with your passive perception of 13, you hear some rustling coming from the dead underbrush. It's very loud underbrush because it's all stone and twigs and just dried out husks of wood. So you hear from your left.
All right. I'm going to I'm gonna try to loop around and flank by
Okay.
the underbrush. I can outsneak the sneakers.
It's about midday of the second day you guys are out here when you hear this.
Midday's the best time of day.
All right,
No.
so you
No.
gonna go around and you flank because you're super stealthy, and you notice that the area that you're entering seems a bit more maintained than the area you're traveling through, just 20 feet to the right. Like there's all sorts of underbrush and stuff moving around in here. But you get here and it looks like there's kind of some paths. Like the sticks are all picked up, and there's noticeable paths down this way. You even see a little bit of maybe stones kind of set into the path to make it less overgrown.
Yeah. So let's see. I'm going to speak. Hello. Who's here in the brush?
So you speak, and you hear, what? Who is out there?
Mud, 6-time shot put champion of the city of Dis.
An impressive title. And what is your purpose for coming here?
I'm a scout today.
A scout. Interesting. And further down the path where it seems to split a few different directions, you see this creature about your height. Well, you're really tall, aren't you?
I'm tallish.
Okay, it's about your height. Slithers up. It has a torso of a humanoid, but its lower half is that of a snake. And you look, and its eyes seem to be glazed over and white, as if it were blind.
Yeah, I speak to it in abyssal. Parlez-vous abyssal?
Parlez-vous abyssal. It kind of cocks its head and it fluent no.
Okay. So, what's your name?
Did you switch back to
mine.
common?
Yeah.
Okay. I am a caretaker.
Well, it's nice to meet you, caretaker. How hungry are you?
I am satiated.
Me too.
You are a scout. Did you come solo? Or are there others?
Mud walks alone.
Ah, well, it is a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, God.
I serve the mistress, as has my family for generations. We tend
How many?
these woods. Hundreds.
More than Jehef has killed?
I don't know Jeff.
You will. I'm gonna go bring my friends over to you. And
You said you walked alone.
yeah, I walk alone, but that doesn't mean I don't have any friends.
Sorry for assuming.
It's okay, people do that a lot. It's because I'm big boned.
I wouldn't know. I can't see you.
Oh. Here, do you want to feel me?
Yes.
All right, and I reach out to take the hands and I kind of place it on my girthy sides and my massive hips and then my chubby little face, and then let the caretaker feel my horns and also my perfectly shaped nose.
Oh, okay. Ah, you are a tiefling then.
Yeah, I suppose.
Got the horns. Sorry. He's just feeling you all over. Interesting specimen. He's just hands all over you.
Careful! Whoa, 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 whoa! Introduction does not mean consent. Careful, careful.
I'm sorry. I see with my hands.
Oh, then by all means proceed. Looking's not a crime.
And it does. It feels all over you. Interesting dimensions. Are your friends like you?
Well, kind of. They're a bit smaller. They might be imaginary, or maybe a curse. I don't know. My sister plays tricks on me.
A confusing creature.
Wait till you get to know me. Anyways, I'm gonna go bring my friends back to you. I'll see you in a jiff, Mr. Caretaker. It'll probably be about a half an hour. And I know you don't have a very good way to tell time, but if you count to 7,436, it'll be about then. And then I take off.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and I'm going back to the party.
Yeah, Mud comes. Oh, you don't even hear Mud, and then boom, Mud's there.
Boo!
Oh.
Hey, you gave me a fright. Is everything
Exaggerated gasp.
Oh, I'm sorry, Schmicky. I forgot about your weak heart. You told me all about it last night.
My heart is also weak. And then he looks away, and like you could see a small tear kind of glisten in the sun.
Are you all right, Jeff?
Yes, it's just I've lost someone recently.
Oh.
I wasn't gone that long.
Who did you lose?
Someone else,
My-
perhaps, Mud.
My ex-boyfriend. But that's... I don't want to bore you guys with that. Sorry, Mud. What happened?
Not much. There's a handsy gentleman down there. He really exaggerates his hestes, and he is a caretaker for the mistress.
I mean,
You're a handsy woman. Did he give you any trouble?
No, everything he did was consensual. He was just looking. He looks with his hands. Kind of like how my snakes smell with their tongues.
Snakes, yes.
I hold up the bag.
What did he want?
Nothing. He was just fooling about. He's satiated.
I'm sorry.
Is there... can you show us the way to this Medusa's lair?
Absolutely, but I recommend tailing him. Although he was polite, I don't know if he can be trusted. But with that said, I was wrong about the baby child that I killed last night with my... So maybe I misjudged his character.
Yes, you did.
Should do some soul searching then, Mud.
Yeah.
You're lucky Babsy, I'm sorry, doesn't understand you.
How do you know he doesn't?
Because I tried speaking with him.
Maybe he was playing stupid.
I
Kind of
doubt
like you
it.
play stupid, Mud.
What?
Nothing at all. Alright, well, lead the way.
All right.
Frank casts invisibility on himself.
Okay.
Yeah, as he leaves massive footprints and the high sun casts a shadow.
Light bends around invisibility cloaks.
No, light. If you're invisible, you still cast a shadow.
Thanks, DM Mud.
We literally just did an episode on this. sneak peek, guys. Anyway, the Hellion continues to look unarmed and just walking around the
Okay.
desert.
Do you usually lead him back to the path you found?
Oh yeah, I take him right there, and then
7,736.
perfect, I say boisterously.
You've returned. And you see, while it's human from the torso up, its tongue is still snake-like, and it tastes the air. And you brought your friends with you?
We use that term very casually. They're more like business acquaintances. They owe Myrrh money.
Okay.
How would
Frank John's
Schmicky
business.
categorize this caretaker, by the way, upon
You want tea? You would classify this specifically as Yuan-Ti Malison.
Yep, sure would.
Mhm.
Watch me mute and then aggressively Google. I wouldn't do that. But yeah, Schmicky is gonna kind of like kind of stay in the back of the party.
Okay.
But do you bump into me as I'm invisible?
You know what? Schmicky was at the very back, but I suspect that Schmicky would be flustered enough to bump into
Frank.
Frank. And probably, depending on how hard she bumped into Frank, kind of send her horns a little askew, and then like quickly put them back in place.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think I would whisper to Schmicky, "I'm on to you."
Schmicky will absolutely like gasp very loudly and say, "Frank, please don't touch me. That's really scary."
You hear loud footfalls as Frank runs away.
Is Frank harassing you, Schmicky?
No, he just scared me. I think it was my fault.
You want for I should teach him a lesson?
No, please. I don't want to be a burden. I just need to be alone for a few minutes.
Okay, everyone give Schmicky some space.
Thank you. You're my best friend.
I know you too.
The caretaker's just kind of out of its head cocked, and it's like its tongue keeps jutting out and tasting.
Well, what can you tell us about this place?
Would you like a tour of the establishment?
Perhaps a verbal tour, huh?
Well, me and my family have tended the Mistress Notharia and her daughter Nivea for generations. We tend to the woods and the mistress's pets here. Also, if you're not too far away, is the courtyard of trespassers. Inside the mistress's house, there is the Hall of Enemies, the Court of Lovers, and the exotic masterpiece room, along with the mistress's private quarters, which we are not allowed entry.
Ah. Well, that is impressive. Oh, does your mistresses, do they take guests?
I occasionally give tours to those who bid no harm against the mistress.
I mean, why would anybody want to harm her?
Exactly, she is like our goddess.
Hmm.
How do you worship her?
With tribute and our labor for maintaining her woods, it is the least we can do for her protection.
What do you offer as tribute?
Well, occasionally there are more violent trespassers who wish to steal from the mistress or bid her harm. Usually we intercept them and dispatch of them and offer their corpses as tribute. We arrange them artfully, keeping them just enough alive so that she may add them to her collection.
I bet you've come up with some interesting poses in your time.
We've gotten fairly creative, we have been told.
So you turn them into statues?
Oh, no. The mistress does. We arrange them first and then summon her.
Interesting. So with magic?
We go knock on her door. Mistress, excuse me.
Well,
We have a tribute for you.
So her house is rather large.
It is. She has had centuries to expand it. You see, everything here is petrified. Sometimes she expands onto her mansion, and my great-grandfather added the exotic masterpieces suite.
Does she ever sell her statues? He says 30 feet away.
Yeah.
But she can't see him anyway, or he can't see him anyway, so.
He can't. You're invisible and he's blind.
Yeah, so yeah, he's not giving away anything.
Yeah. His head just kind of turns in your direction, though, like he knows exactly where you're standing. Mostly probably because he's been blind his whole life, and it's a really good idea of where sound comes from.
Yeah.
And he turns towards you and goes, she has never parted with a piece in my lifetime, but it has been done before if an adequate tribute or a payment can be made.
Fair enough.
As long as she is not terribly attached to the piece. She has her favorites. We keep them clean, free of dust, debris. She likes to wander amongst them and talk to them. She says they can still hear.
That's so dark. I love it.
yeah, that's amazing. So where do you keep them?
Well, there are several rooms. Some of the pets have petrified trespassers or in the woods, but the first is the courtyard of trespassers.
Sounds amazing.
And then there's the wings of the mistress's mansion. Would you like a tour?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm very hungry.
You see its tongue kind of flip out again, kind of towards you.
Is there anything to eat?
Yes, there are several things you might find delicious.
What do you prefer to eat, Schmicky? Answer me honestly.
I would think same as I.
Mm-hmm.
Fruits and vegetables?
No.
You have
I
meat then.
usually like small game.
Caretaker kind of nods, like, yep.
And,
I
I suspect he can tell that
Yeah.
he is not a little.
The taste.
well, no,
Taste
and
there.
that's when Mud's massive meaty paw goes on Schmicky's shoulder, and you can kind of feel the brutish hand kind of
Yeah.
trace it into your clavicle and say, "You know, I'm sure you really enjoy small game and similar things as the caretaker. That's wonderful.
Mhm.
Let's go on tour.
Mhm.
May I ride you, caretaker? It looks like it would be a hoot, slithering about."
No, I'm very old and have a weak spine.
Yeah.
It's got like wispy gray hair. Yes, well, this way to the courtyard.
Like Doc Brown from Back to the Future.
Yeah.
On the head.
And so it slithers along the path. It kind of, on the way, it doesn't even look, but it kind of points to the right and goes, over there is one of our more interesting pieces. You see one day a portal from somewhere opened and outpoured a large collection of beings, and you see what looks like a frozen, like, half man and half bull, with, like, an axe above its head. The mistress made swift work of the portal, and she added to her collection. It was too heavy to move those, so he stands there.
Are they dead?
No, well, some of them.
Hmm.
There's one piece we refer to as the pincushion.
I'd like to see that one now.
That's great.
It is
They're
quite a
suffering
masterpiece. The others are just frozen in stone, oblivious to the passage of time.
Oh God, that's great.
Leon is just reminded of his time living on dead gods before being stranded here. And it's just like, really homesick.
Aw.
Gets all, his shoulders kind of like,
Oh, rip that astral plane.
yeah.
So the caretaker slithers along and he says, and you see that there's like a clearing, as if all of the petrified logs have been kind of lined up around this massive square. And in here, all the statues have looks of terror and horror on their face. Some are covering, but just a second too late. Others look like they're trying to flee. Some are crawling. And he goes, "This is the trespassers' courtyard."
Look around. Do we see? I'm just gonna appreciate the terror and see who we can see.
All right. Give me either perception or investigation.
Oh, investigation's
If
much
you're
better.
looking for
Could I do the same?
a particular, yeah, for sure.
I would like to do that, but specifically looking for Yuan Ti.
Okay.
Oh my God, that's
Got an
bad.
11.
It was
Oof.
perception or what?
Or investigation.
20.
You're stealing my rolls.
Sorry, I'm so
You're stealing my
excited.
rolls.
I never get good rolls in Land Between Two Rivers.
I
and
got a
now
6.
I'm here.
Oh my God, you're stealing my rolls.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Yeah, same. I got a 6.
I forgive you.
Okay. You guys are there's a lot of horror, Jeff and Frank. What did Helian and Mud get again? Or it was not
11.
looking. 11. Okay.
Oh, Mud's not looking.
Mud's
at the
not looking.
statues. Mud's readying both short swords because she knows this is what she came here for.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you notice that some of the more interesting pieces have little stone plaques carved into them. One says "the fool," another one is labeled "laughing stock," and they just have sometimes there's little quips about them throughout the courtyard. And this guy lasted 5 seconds. And was on another one. They gotta keep it entertaining somehow. But as he goes, you also find no Yuan Ti in the courtyard of trespassers. Schmicky.
Excellent. Schmicky does
And-
not say anything, but
And you
mental.
makes a mental note. Yeah. You also do not find any humans or the specific warlock you were looking for. Iados, you do not find him in the courtyard.
The other tieflings?
There's other tieflings there, yes, but they don't have the runes that were described. One has a horn broken off, another one has the horns are all wrong. They're all spirally and not just sleek.
Well, terrifying.
Yes, isn't it?
It's absolutely beautiful.
The mistress is a fan of art. Now, if you would like, we will continue the tour into the
Yes.
Hall of Enemies. And he kind of starts heading off towards, you see this giant stump. If there was a sequoia that got petrified, this is it. And it's kind of all shattered on the top, looking like it got shattered by a lightning bolt or something. But there's a little tunnel in it, and it leads downwards down a spiraling staircase. Looks like it goes down a floor or two. But the stairs are very soft and inclined, there's the little slide on the side, so he goes down there, but there are steps available as well. And he begins leading you all down there.
Helion, take the lead.
Okay, Hellion takes the lead. As you get to the bottom, he goes, halt for a moment. And then in Draconic, yes, it does. He says, for those of you who speak Draconic, he says venom. And you guys kind of hear it click. And he goes, it is safe to pass now.
Hellion makes a note of that.
Okay. And it actually appears that this was carved out of the stone. These are not natural caves, but you are indeed in a cave. And there is traces of once beautiful finery, more threads now. You can see some slight carvings into the walls. This was once a pretty smash in place, but it is long gone. It is clean, however, and he slithers off to a passage that kind of leans to the right. And above it is like carved into the stone. It says Hall of Enemies, like some kind of sick museum. And inside here, you find many statues. Some of these are artfully arrayed. He goes, here is the pincushion I was talking to you about. And you see that there is a bugbear that has basically 20 to 30 weapons just sticking out of him, and like a look of just agony on his face. And he's actually not even touching the floor. The weapons are keeping him kind of mid-air as they all cross and intersect. And it's kind of like a side centerpiece of the room. Its plaque says the pincushion. There is another one who is petrified, hanging upside down from the ceiling. Appears to be a drow. And just all sorts of interesting statues in here. These ones appear to be artfully arranged, unlike the ones in the courtyard, which were just people fleeing, people running. These people were set up for this.
Pose me like one of your French girls.
Are there any entrances or exits or anything?
The only entrance, there is an entrance, the exit on the other side of the hall, and over that one it says Court of Lovers. So it seems that it kind of like leads through, like on a tour.
We are heading there, yes? The Hall of
Yes,
Lovers.
the Hall of Lovers. The mistress doesn't go into that hall as often. It brings back memories.
I understand. The name alone just brings back memories for me. But anyway, sorry. Please lead the way.
Tis you. That pulls out a handkerchief.
Thank you.
Shehef is going through a bad breakup right now, I think.
Do you want to talk about it?
Well, now that you ask, sure. It was very recent, about 3 years ago.
That's not so recent.
That is very recent.
Depends on your lifespan.
No.
Very true.
And you know, he was the best guy. He was a big boy. I grab the baby basilisk's tail and like wipe my tears.
He's kind of like gumming on your horn. You're like,
and he was just. I'm sorry. I need a moment. He was just the best boyfriend ever, but he wanted to, go adventuring, and that just, it didn't lead us to the same place, and we just had to call it off,
We all had someone break our heart.
Baloo, I miss you so much.
Baloo?
Baloo?
Yes, that's what I said.
Oh, I can't forget this evening or your face as you will leave.
Anyway, that was beautiful singing. I'm sorry. I don't know why I laughed.
You know Baloo?
Yeah. Did you know him?
Maybe. Maybe he broke my heart too. Come on, talk about it.
What? How long ago was this?
Good. Nobody wants to hear about it.
This is a couple years ago.
I want all the details.
I was in Treytown, and he was just sitting by the river, and it's just so beautiful when he sits there.
Oh my God.
Inappropriate.
He is very beautiful when he sits by the river.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thinking about him like Tiny Tim when he died.
And he gave me a place to stay, and that place was in his arms.
Well, me too, and that place was in his heart.
It's fair enough. He could never love me. I understand.
Yeah, because he still loves me. We'll get back together.
Okay, sure. Tell him I said hi.
Okay.
I will.
Wow.
Wow.
And scene.
Schmicky actually says that too. It's like in the corner, like, wow.
Next, Hall of Lovers. I have more handkerchiefs should you need them.
I'm
And
all about this.
you guys proceed into the Hall of Lovers. These are arranged very differently than the previous hall. None of these have looks of pain or terror or sadness. Most of these look either happy or kind of dreamy or at peace.
Do any of them look mid-coitus?
Yes, a couple of them do.
All right.
All right.
Couple of them do.
Good times.
This is highly erotic.
Yes. I assumed you all were 18 and up.
Well, for ranks only like 40. That's like 3 in drow years.
It's
Shut up, Mud. Shut up.
Too ribbled for you, Frank. Should step outside. Go the other way.
Shut up, guys.
Yes, Frank, we all know how delicate you are.
Blindfold them.
at least you don't have to clean them.
I've been loved before.
The children aren't allowed into this room.
I cover Batsby's.
It's a birth defect none of us in my line can see. That is why the mistress took her in the goodness of her heart. After the other Yuan-Ti cast us out.
Well, that's good for you, yes. And
He pulls out a handkerchief.
it's a very sad time.
Weep not, sad caretaker.
Is there any chance that Schmicky heard anything about that, or is that too far removed from Schmicky?
That is way
That's
too
fine.
far removed. This guy has been, they said his family's been serving her for hundreds of years.
Hundreds.
That's fine.
Yeah. Coming to inspect.
But it does make sense that you want to be like, oh, you're blind and it's like genetic. Yeah, no, you out.
Yeah.
Bye.
Schmicky feels nothing. It's just
Yeah.
like surrounded by weak people.
Yeah, you assume that they've basically taken on this Medusa as their goddess.
Yeah.
Because she's snake-like and
Yeah, I mean,
cares for them to a certain
Schmicky
extent.
doesn't say anything, but there's kind of like that, okay.
Yeah.
so, like, I'm asking, did she said that all of her line were blind? Is that kind of the implication?
Oh, yeah, all of the you want the caretakers are blind.
Gotcha. She's taking them in.
Mhm.
Okay. Just clarify.
Figure makes to for efficient servants that can't see.
Any
worship
interesting
you.
statues here?
Oh, yeah.
There are many interesting statues here. Give me that investigation check or perception for people to be looking for specific.
Looking around.
Detect magic.
70.
Well, that's the end of my streak.
Yeah.
19.
Oh,
I will find it.
Got an 18.
Took your dice magic.
all
I
right.
got an 18.
All right,
Yeah.
so Schmicky's too busy being like dismissive, like oh, whatever, weak you
Like,
want to, whatever.
God.
You're rolling your eyes so hard, like it takes a minute for them to focus
Like,
again
your snake tail
afterwards.
is showing, so
Like a really long
Yeah,
yeah.
but all of you
18-minute.
notice, well, not quite at the same time, but fairly close together, that one of the mid-coitus statues appears to be a tiefling covered in infernal runes. He apparently is a selection of the Hall of Lovers.
Well then.
Baby.
Do I recognize him?
It's a good question. Roll me a D100. What would you get?
All right. 97.
97. Okay. Yeah. You think this may be one of Myrrh's clients that she was complaining. Just like, oh man, he was a regular. And then nothing. I assume something happened. She assumes something happened to him when he was
He'd
visiting
rather
hell.
be turned to stone than to return to that cold-hearted.
How quick question.
Yes.
How big does the statue look? The whole thing.
Well. How big does he look?
All of them.
All of them. All of them.
All of
Okay.
them.
Very girthy.
Beefy statue.
Beefy statue. This warlock worked out.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Does
Yeah.
it look like maybe Jehef and Hellion could like? There's no way this is going to sound bad.
Go
Get
on.
on either side of him.
Just grab the handle. Just grab the handle.
Yeah.
Cast reduce on it.
He's not that beefy, so you do think between the two of you, y'all are fairly strong. You think you could carry him out? Yeah.
It's all camera angles anyway, so it's fine.
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
There's a lot of handholds right now
right.
as well, because he has like some clothing on him, but not a lot.
Oh,
So
yeah.
there's
He's
like
probably got a
little-
tail too.
yeah, and there's a tail. So you're something on each.
He's got all kinds of appendages to hold on to.
Yep.
Right. Make a mental note again.
Yes. Yeah, and they don't seem to. They're not like attached to the floor or anything. You think that sometimes they maybe like mix it up and like change the arrangements to please the mistress.
Mhm.
Bud's tail's curly like a pig, I've decided.
That's perfect.
I
That is
love it.
Perfect.
That's beautiful.
That
It
is
was-
perfect.
Well, caretaker, lead on,
Yes.
perhaps.
Oh yes, I would. This is a very stimulating room. I've been told, visually stimulating.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's amateurish at best.
if you are finished, we will proceed to the exotic masterpieces room.
Definitely. Let's do that.
Now we have to pass the mistress's bedchambers, but she was in a mood a few days ago, so she's most likely still lurking in there.
All right.
Was everything okay with her?
It was merely that time of the century.
Of course.
She was shedding her kind of like gestures to the snakehead's hair.
Must be difficult.
She doesn't like the flaking. She usually locks herself up till it's completed.
Okay.
Shh. I didn't tell you
Oh.
that. And he kind of leads you past. There is a ginormous set of double doors sunk into the room that are gold leafed. They look very intricately carved. And you're assuming that is the mistress's room. But he walks past that, and you see what appears to be a more newly carved section, a wing of the mansion, as he calls it. And this says, Exotic Master P. They haven't finished chiseling out the pieces on the top. But
I want to try to... Guys, I can't pull a Grant shenanigan.
Yeah. No, we're gonna stop you.
What are you doing? Do you want to see art or do you want to deal with the Medusa?
If we see art, we can maybe find the second statue.
Yeah, that's
Can you
what I was
cast darkness? Can you, Frank? Can you
I
cast
can. I can also cast sleep on you if I need to.
I was gonna, I was gonna say.
I can cast
panic
darkness,
to that Medusa's head so we can't see its eyes.
I will. if Frank can cast anything, it's darkness.
I would think
He can
so.
cast darkness lots of
He
ways.
casts shade.
Cast shade.
He throws shade. All right, no, I'm not gonna slip behind and be like, "Time to go kill a Gorgon."
He leads you into this exotic masterpieces, and there are some races you guys have never seen before in this room. Helion, you notice that there is a Githzerai in frozen in here.
Hmm.
You notice a couple of devils frozen in here that you don't often see on this plane. Blood.
What sort of condition are they in?
The gifts are good condition. These statues appear to be especially well maintained, taken care of. Like they have the little pillars coming up with the ropes around them. Whereas the other ones, like you can go up and touch them and stuff. These appear like little roped off.
Well,
and they all have labels.
Oh.
They do. It says gifts are like she's especially proud of these.
And the poor bastards. How about the rest of the gallery?
Yeah, this is actually, it's fairly large. And it appears to be organized by time. So like the newer statues are in the front, and the further back you go, the more rare things become. Because, you know, you want to keep people guessing, you know, you don't want to put the exciting things all up front. And so you go in and you see further in, there's an elf and a dwarf. There's actually a few elves and a few dwarves. You see labeled humans. The humans aren't as good of condition as the dwarves. The dwarves are like a little closer, and the elves and the humans, they're not as in great condition. They are very, very old statues. Like one's missing like a leg from the knee down, and it's like propped up with like a piece of wood. Another one's missing an like left elbow down. One's kind of face is really like you can't really make it out.
These are all the human males.
There's male and females. They're not labeled male and females though. It's just as humans.
These are fascinating.
These are
Frank
fascinating.
says the caretaker.
And then the doorway to the mistress's quarters are beyond. Yes,
you passed them. You passed by them on the way here. This appears to be the newest wing of the mansion.
It'd be nice to ditch the caretaker. Yeah. I wonder if there's a way to like get the caretaker to move on.
I might be able to entertain him.
Has Schmicky seen any Yuan-Ti living or stone besides the caretaker? Like any evidence?
You
of a
probably
servant?
saw one Yuan-Ti in the Hall of Enemies, and that one just had like a sign around its neck that said Traitor.
Oh.
And it looked like the same, very similar to one of the caretakers.
Okay.
But that's about the only Yuan-Ti you've seen.
Okay, so no living servants or anything, no servants' quarters.
You think there was you went down the one passage. There was another passage near the beginning. You think that one may have led to the servants' quarters because it wasn't as pristine.
Okay. Schmicky will remember that.
Yeah, Mutt, perhaps distract the caretaker for a while. We need to find the best specimen. I think that might be in the mistress's quarters.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I guess that I would.
I
don't know.
So Mud goes, caretaker, I have questions for you. You say you've been here a long time, like a very long time.
A very long time.
Are you very wise?
Some would call me so. My wisdom is not as boundless as the mistress's, but I am one of the elders of the caretakers. The elder.
I have a riddle for you.
I do love riddles.
I sizzle like bacon. I'm made with an egg. I have plenty of backbone, but not a good leg. I peel layers like an onion, but I remain whole. I can be long, like a flagpole, yet I fit in a hole. What am I?
He kind of just strokes his little scraggly goatee. Interesting. Is it? No, it's not someone being flayed alive. Is it? And it's just Like it's got its tail kind of coiled up, like it's just like thinking in on itself. How many guesses do I get?
7,436.
About a little over a half hour. Yes. Is it sausage?
No.
Oh, curses.
One down. Guys, now's your time.
Is it sausage?
It's pretty sheltered.
Yeah. Hellion will sort of try to get Jeff's and Frank's attention. I'm assuming, Frank, are you still invisible?
Yeah, I am, but I'm like paying attention, like, particularly if the caretaker's not paying attention.
Right. Let's go back to that mistress's lair. See what's happening.
Yeah. Oh, I'm behind you.
Yeah. Because Hellion thinks the best stuff's kept probably a private gallery.
Probably.
If we
right.
sneak back,
you sneak back. Do you? What do you do? Do you just listen at the door? Do you open it? Do you?
Is it particularly noteworthy or anything about?
I mean, it's a very extravagant door. It's like double door. It's huge. It's very. You think this person might be very self-absorbed?
Well, there's no way to know. It's never mind.
Can you do anything about this door, Frank? Otherwise, we might have to force our way through.
And it has like the little bronze push place. That's about it.
Does it appear to be locked?
It doesn't appear to be locked. No.
Okay. I'm going to do a perception check just to double check that it's not in some way locked or something. 17.
It is not locked, and while you're kind of getting close and looking at it, you hear yelling on the other side of the door. Sounds like two women screaming at each other.
I kind of tug on Hellion and kind of bring him closer.
Not like real right up there, but somewhere beyond.
Somewhere beyond. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like they're shouting, which means they probably wouldn't hear the door creak open.
Probably, yes.
Could oil the hinges.
Can we see where Mud and the caretaker are from here?
Standing in the exact same spot you left them. He's guessed sausage. He's guessed a Scottish egg.
No.
No.
Flayed snake. It's like he's like on guess number 4.
You're closer.
Trying to get Mud's attention just so that she sees us going into the mistress's lair.
Can you tell me about this statue over here? And I take my bag of snakes and throw it as if it lands like Mud would over there. And then I'm going to step of the wind backwards 30 feet. So these two objects go in opposite directions.
Yeah, opposite directions.
And as I do that, remember I spend a key point. So what I'm going to do is, as I do that. So it should be disoriented from the sound.
From the sound? Okay. So you're not trying to do it stealthily. You're making a
no, this is the opposite, right? It's just kind of
okay, and then the thud.
Simultaneously, perfect.
Yeah, thud. You see, kind of just shakes his head and then just tastes in both directions. Just what would your passive stealth be?
My passive stealth is probably higher than what I would roll. So my passive stealth.
Just to see if how much smell he gets off of you versus the bag.
Oh, this is great. My passive stealth is 16.
16. Okay, he appears to be like, oh, did you drop something? This is
I asked him to follow me over there.
Yeah. But then there's also pow, and like another like sound. He's got very good hearing.
Yes.
And he kind of slowly slithers over to the statue, like.
At least I left a lunch for him.
You did. You did leave him a lunch.
I'm going to go ahead and say that Schmicky picks up this bag of venomous snakes since Schmicky's still there.
Yeah,
and has
Schmicky
been
is
there
still
the
there.
whole time. Gonna cast animal friendship on this bag of venomous
I know it. She can do it.
And
I knew they'd come back to bite
just
me.
like whisper, hey, why don't you take a nap right now? And tie that up, put that on the waist, and kind of just keep watching what's happening.
Okay.
Hanging out, just like, this is interesting.
All right, Mud wants to just go right in, like right into the doors, just open unstealthily, and just be like, hello! This can give everyone else a diversion. Here's the nice thing. Mud can possibly stay out of a Medusa's range indefinitely. I can move in and out.
Fine for you, Mud.
So, as you burst in here, and you'll hello, you notice that you're in a bit of a hallway. There's several doors going off of it. These are smaller doors, still very ornate, very fine, inlaid with gold and jewels and such. And as you do that, there's like, you see a vase get smashed against one of the other doors in the hallway, and you never understand me, Mom! And you're, oh, shut up, daughter! And and then you say hello, and it goes silent. Cool. Who goes there? You're not the caretaker.
I took his job.
Wasn't hiring. And you see the doors burst open.
You still need a caretaker, right? Just clean all of your erotically placed statues.
And you see bursting forth in old, faded, but well maintained silks, bursts out snakes. You see that one of them is very young, maybe a teenager, and the other one appears to be a white.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna kind of wandering eye between the both of them and just say, "You're beautiful."
They are very shapely. Yeah, but the one you're assuming is the mom has like her snakes in like curlers, like
Yeah.
and you notice that they're kind of molting a little bit, and she like wraps them up in a towel real quick.
Are you sisters?
Nice. Good one, Mud. Good one.
You see, like the lividness in the eyes kind of just go, and the other one's like, oh, like the teenage daughter. She's like, I think that is very kind of you to say, but this is my daughter, my very insubordinate daughter. She's like, Mom, you don't control my life. So, well, then you go find a lair of your own. Mom, I'm not ready for a lair of my own. Well, you just have to live under my rules, my rules. And yes, you said you were taking over my caretaker's job.
Yeah. He wandered away. We found him in the brush, and he just said, for hundreds of years, we've lived under the oppression of the great and powerful Medusa. And he said it just like that. And so I said, well, she needs a caretaker still. And he said, well, why don't you do it? And I said, yes.
Make me a deception check.
Alrighty.
Right. While all this is going on, we're trying to is there a place to hide or something?
Yeah. There is plenty of just piles of niceties. There's like a laundry pile. There is a couple statues as well. Just like some nice statues. Usually, some of them are people bowing, like in servitude, like, oh, we're not worthy.
How does a 15 do me?
A 15 do you? Let's see. You're gonna roll up.
I'm attempting to come off as earnest and sincere as possible.
Okay. You see, kind of looks frustrated. I have taken care of the families for generations. Maybe it was that. Oh, I bet it was that one. I bet it was Bruce. Stupid Bruce. Well, if you were wanting to take the position, I suppose I could allow it, though you seem to have visions, so this could pose a problem.
Oh, it's okay. You'll find that a sighted caretaker's just as efficient as an unsighted caretaker. I just work a little differently, and I'll do whatever you need. My strong hands.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of looks, come closer, let me get a good look at you. And
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna just kind of like saunter up, like full of mud, and I'm gonna even do a nice little twirl, make sure, and I'm gonna cause my pigtail to straighten out and then go back into a curly cue. Just woo! It's like, yeah, I just kind of show up.
This is an excellent distraction. Frank's just gonna tiptoe into the room, not looking at them, even though he's thinking to himself, "Boy, it would be nice to have a mother." He's going to sneak into the room and is looking at the statues.
You are still invisible, yes?
Yes, I'm still
Give
invisible.
me a stealth check with advantage.
Okay. That could have been better. 16.
16? Okay. They don't seem to notice you sneaking about. There is 4 chambers off this room.
Okay.
They each emerge from the rooms on the end. There are 2 others.
Okay. I'm going to go to the one on the right.
All right, the first door on the right. You walk in, and this is a lavish bathroom. You see that water gets in, like, there's like a well and everything. They pull up the water, they splash it in this tub, but there appears to be, it's made out of stone, obviously, and there appears to be like wood and kindling underneath, so you could like, or charcoal, so you could heat it up so the water stays warm. Yeah, nice heated bath.
Never heard of such a thing.
And there are statues in this room. One looks like a butler. He has his arm out, but there's towels draped over it. Another one is holding like a tray full of like soaps and such. And there's all sorts of butlers in here, but they're all statues and all holding various toiletries and such in here. Are you looking for a specific statue?
I'm looking for an intact, fresh human.
An intact, fresh human.
What I imagine humans look like.
Yeah, you did see some examples.
That's true. We did see examples
in the exotics hall, and also you have a picture of Ellie.
They're like fatter elves.
But without the pointed ears, and there's also a very detailed physical description.
Okay.
Like, they can have this kind of build. They don't have pointed ears. This is the differences between them and elves, but they're taller than what we hear dwarves about. Very detailed descriptions. Like, this is what they are. This is what they aren't.
They're like a cross between a dwarf and an elf.
Kind of, yeah, with less, hairier than an elf, but taller than a dwarf. They might have a beard, they might not. You really don't know.
Disgusting.
Yeah. Kind of gross, but.
Yeah, kind of gross.
Haven't been seen for a long time, so,
Yeah.
You don't have to deal with that grossness on the daily. Goodness. But in here, these all appear to be yuan tea, actually, in the bathroom.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, when I have time, I'll sneak over across the hall.
All right, and you sneak across the left. We'll keep the same stealth check because you didn't really do anything. In here, in this room, this is basically a giant closet. There are certain. Wait. Not only are there hangers with clothes and fabrics, there are also statues modeling some of the more select pieces of clothing.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Give me a perception check. Or an investigation. One or the other.
Perception's gonna be better.
Okay.
I can't roll above a 9. I got a 9.
A 9?
Yeah.
Alright, so you're walking in here, and actually, I think a 9 just makes it. Let me look at my note I made. It was not very hard to tell. Yes, the 9 just makes it. My half page of notes that I actually wrote about things. You see that there's smaller clothing section, like for smaller build. Maybe that's the teenagers side of the wardrobe, and then like a ladies' full-grown woman section. And then there's different sized models and statues, and these are all posed like super vogue. Some of them appear to be kind of like teeth clenched a little bit, like grimacing, but they're posed very artfully. And you see that in the wall, there's like a piece of cloth hanging out of it, like just stone, and then like cloth halfway in. If you tug on it, it's stuck. I think there might be a secret door here.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to open it.
All right, you attempt to open it. How do you go about that?
I'm gonna take out the tip of my short sword and just kind of.
Okay, we're gonna try to like wedge it, force it open. Give
Yeah.
me a strength or athletics check. Let's see if you bust this open.
That is a natural one.
Your sword like ka-tink, the tip comes like it's broken off and that's stuck in there like right above the fabric.
That's good. That's good.
You still have like everything but just the tip. got broken.
Okay, I'm gonna try to take the edge then.
Okay, like a credit card, just slide it.
Can I try again?
Yeah, you can try again.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep breaking off.
It'll be a little harder.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a good night. I got an 8.
You like, go to slide the sword in, and it kind of gets like wedged between where the tip's stuck in. You're like, oh.
I'm just like further sticking the door. Basically,
it's just stuck now. You think if you pulled hard enough, you'd get it out.
Okay, I'm gonna keep trying.
Okay, give me one more to see if you can get your sword.
just gonna do. I didn't need the sword anyway. I've got spells. Well, luckily I have a 10 strength, so I add nothing to this. 12.
Okay, with the 12, you pull the sword out, and as you do, you kind of like knock over a statue behind you. But you like catch it right before it hits the ground. But you look over, and like the force of you pull it out, the sword opened it up a crack.
Yay!
You think it'll slide now, like it's like a spinny, rotating door. And it was
gotcha.
you were on the pull side.
Yeah.
So just had to either push it on the other side where you couldn't tell where it was, or just wedge it open.
I'm gonna open that bad boy open
Right,
it
so
slowly.
You open this door slowly, and this is the kink room.
Hey.
There is leather outfits. They're all male models in here. They're all just and they're all like flexing in different poses. Like some of them are like basically this is the Adonis room. And
Jackpot,
they're all
nice.
wearing
Jackpot.
jackpot. They are all wearing various interesting leather outfits. There's like a rack of mysterious objects on the wall. You may or may not know what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And you see because your perception checks. Maybe give me one more perception check just to see how fast you notice. This is a very distracting room.
Since I haven't
very
rolled,
similar to the Court of Lovers, but with outfits.
I've rolled nowhere near a 10. My passive is 13. Let's see if I can do better. Hey, look at that. 21.
21. You are able to peel your eyes off of just the wow. Okay, the shock doesn't quite get to you, and you're like human.
Trying to grab all the handles, but I
Bingo!
resist.
I know. There's so many handles in here.
More
More than there should be.
More than there should be. Human.
You find a human.
Yeah.
He's like he's got like one knee on the ground. He's got like the Captain Morgan pose, but he's like flexing.
Perfect. I am.
And he is wearing a very interesting leather costume.
Still invisible and with no strength modifier. I'm going to try to pick him up.
Okay.
See how hard it is.
All right.
Here goes. That's a 17.
Okay. You're able to lift him. He's very heavy.
He's very heavy, right.
Thankfully, the harness gives you something to hold, and you kind of like...
Yeah.
You are now encumbered.
You are walking at an encumbered pace.
Okay, I'm gonna half drag, half lift this guy out of the room.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do it as quick as I can.
Do you put anything down? Or you just drag him across the stone floor.
I'm trying to think if there's some like trick I could do, but I really don't think.
Fireman's carry. Get him up over your shoulders.
Or floating disc.
Yeah, I know. I'm like racking my brain, like, how could I do this? Could I like chill touch the floor or something?
And sometimes Tensor's floating disc can't support that much weight. I had this problem when I got petrified.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm still in that dungeon.
I am hoping that because I am so emotionally damaged and invisible, that they won't notice me.
Okay.
So I'm gonna keep. I'm continuing to drag.
All right, so you're dragging, and you hear this.
I have.
As it drags across, you hit like a dress, and it's like, and then it gets over the dress, and it's like.
Oh, well, he's okay. So Frank's not very smart, but he's like, oh, that's a softer sound, and so he's gonna take some clothes and put it on the ground.
Okay, yeah.
Try to just lift the statue onto the clothes.
Yep, you're able to do that. You're in the...
Yeah.
It's like a.
Now he's gonna pull
the dress.
Yes. And hope the dress doesn't tear.
Yeah, the dress hasn't torn yet. Thankfully, the floor is very polished in here. You think this will work until you're out of the chambers?
Of course, yeah, the statue will be just like moving on its own across the
yes,
hall. We'll get that in a minute.
This dress will be like this. It'll look like the statues on a dress sled, proudly riding out of the hall.
Oh God, this is gonna go wonderfully.
Okay. What is Helion doing during this time?
So, like, in that initial, Mud opens the door, and makes her announcement, and everybody else is kind of around there.
Jeff's there too.
Jeff was in there. If there was like a curtain or a big thing to kind of hide behind, because I don't think, I don't think he's going to be great at stealth. But like, if there's a way to hide somewhere where he can spring.
Yeah, there's curtains, there's large statues. There's plenty to hide behind.
Yeah.
Some rubble from broken statues. Jeff.
Can I hide behind a statue?
Yes. You just make the same pose and you hide behind it.
Yeah. It's like the cartoon rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, something like that. Because I don't have any big weapons. I'm just in a lanky.
Okay.
Yeah, somewhere to hide. Nearby to where Mud is.
Okay.
So we can overhear this.
All right, Mud just strut herself and her stuff down to get closer to the Medusa, and where the teenager's got her arms crossed and she's rolling her eyes and her snakes are all frazzled and hissing, and the other one's got like a turban wrapped around hers.
Yeah, I totally relate to this teenage.
It happens. She goes. Well, and as you get closer, she kind of pulls out a pair of shades. As you get closer, and I don't have had to pull these out since my last lover. Let me look at you. Come here.
Check out these two hot tomatoes. They make a hell of a sauce. And I kind of spin around, shake my bottle.
Are you trying to seduce the Medusa, or just distract and be like, I want to work here. I'm gonna be a caretaker.
I'm just saying, I am full of many uses, and I'm well put together.
Okay. Engaging their interest.
Mm-hmm.
As you get closer, and as you do like the springy tail thing, the teenage daughter stops.
I'm a specimen.
And she kind of goes like,
I can show you how to do that move.
I mean, I wasn't impressed by it or anything, but I mean, I guess it wouldn't be awful to have a not blind caretaker mom. And she's kind of like, she looks at her daughter. She looks back. And goes, well, we don't pay you anything except for, your life. It's very valuable, I assume.
I don't believe in money, but I'm an admirer of art. Which I actually am on my random background. Well-versed and educated.
Well then, I'm sure you'll pass by the galleries on the way here. What did you think? What was your favorite piece?
My favorite where the piece is mid-coitus. Taboo.
She goes, classic. And as you say taboo, a statue starts sliding out of the room.
Yeah. But I'm moving
like
just a little closer, and I'm gonna be like, forbidden fruit tastes the sweetest.
Can I really quick make a okay, first off, DM,
Yes.
is message is it a quiet spell?
It's just a whisper. It's very quiet, but it would break your invisibility.
Yeah.
Shit, it would. Yeah. Okay.
So what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna lean in to kiss the Medusa. And I'm gonna plant one right on her, but I'm gonna wrap my tail around the wrist of her daughter, so it's kind of like right.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I'm gonna lay it on as thick and as hot and as spicy as all the fires of hell that burn within me.
Okay. Give me either a persuasion or performance check. Let's see how hot and spicy this kiss is.
Oh my god.
Let's see how into it they are.
Yeah, I'm trained in performance.
I don't throw my dice.
What I do? Yes, a freaking 19.
Whoo!
And yeah, there's just enough tongue.
Just enough. The Medusa's sunglasses just like insta-fog.
Yeah.
And the daughter is just like staring, like she can't look away. She's just like,
yeah, with the tail squeezed just a little tighter around the wrist. Yeah.
She gives a little jump. And Helion and Jeff, you see the statue out.
Oh my gosh, I just pictured this in my head. It's like this is the best episode ever.
It is you recognize this. You think this is probably a human. It's like flexing. It's all Adonis-like, and it's got leather straps and chains and like a handcuffs dangling from its
No idea
like
what
one wrist.
Myrrh wants with this, but seems adequate. Mud is having this discussion, like the statue is gonna have to come right by the Medusas.
It's coming right by now. Like they're in the hallway. There's two doors, and then the statue scooting out. The main door's at the end.
Yeah, Hellion summons his great sword to him and prepares to attack Mama Medusa.
You think if you get the statue out quick enough, Mud might be able to keep the kiss going long enough that they won't see it.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. I'm distracted by other things.
It's just
Medusa
it's very slow going. It's like moving like 6 inches, because it's been established Frank it's not that strong. So it's like
right.
He is average, which is decent for his class.
Yeah. This is just a solid marble.
Can I
human
run towards him? Not just like a ballerina.
Yes.
And try to help him carry that.
Yeah, you could definitely can.
Do I have to roll anything?
Give me an athletics to see how strong, how fast. I had to
18.
19. All right. Instead of moving just like every 6 inches every 6 seconds, it's now going like 2 feet, 2 feet. Does Helion help out as well?
Yeah, he'll dismiss his great sword and go and help out.
All right.
That's 18.
All right. The two of you actually see it scooting. Each take an arm, lift, and like out of the room real quick. And what's her plus to
tongue mud?
Tongue mud. All right. And
they
the teenage daughter is in shock. You're guessing mom hasn't really done this since teenage daughter's been around.
Ooh.
Yikes.
And mom is just like, oh, it's been a few years since that she is thoroughly distracted. Now, how Mud gets out of this, that'll be a fun story.
Yeah.
So you guys have the statue of the male human.
And you see Schmicky anywhere?
Yeah, what is Schmicky? let's cut back to Schmicky at this point.
How much time would you say has passed between?
Honestly, not that long. It's been pretty quick. 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay, so 2 minutes for Mud to jump in, for Frank to go in and get a statue and then drag it out into the hall.
Yeah, it's pretty quick because they look, no statues. Wait, trapdoor. you know, and
What's
mud
the
strutter
cure
stuff.
you're doing?
Well, it's
Because
standing
that's what
next.
it's dependent on.
Yeah. Well, he's kind of like tastes the air a little bit, but like this, the bag of snakes is still in the room, so he thinks that mud is still there. And he goes, well, this statue here is a very rare piece, I am told. Dwarves have not been seen in these lands since they went underground. He's basically giving a history lesson on dwarves and how they are birthed from just popping out of holes in the ground, according to legend. Fully covered in hair, and that they are quite barbaric, and they only drink out of the horns of enemies, which is, not quite different from what we do today. So, there's always a link to the past, and how they liked to dig. They were reputedly friends with the mole people, and they liked shiny objects. So they maybe had like a war with the crows, because crows like shiny objects, and it's very long-winded history on dwarves. That's completely incorrect, but you wouldn't really know any differently. So
still interesting.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Oh yeah, it's super interesting, and like Schmicky will just like nod the entire time, like this is very interesting. I love all of this, but I'm getting really tired, aren't you? Aren't you tired? I am. It's been a long day. And she'll cast a suggestion.
Okay. What save do I need to make for that?
You need to make
wisdom?
a wisdom.
Okay, I'm gonna pull up his.
And you're probably gonna beat it, but that's fine. I'm gonna give it a shot anyway.
Well, it's not his strong suit. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Does a 4 beat you? Your DC?
No, I think it's time for a nap.
He goes, oh, it's not often I get to do tours.
Oh.
Perhaps it would be best if we all took a sleep here and then resumed.
I think you should. I think that you should sleep for as long as you need to. And like, this is the part of the suggestion that Smicky's gonna go with is, I think that you should get a full rest.
Yeah, so 8 hours, as long as you can keep concentration on that for 8 hours.
Yep.
He's just kind of like, his eyes will slowly blink, and it kind of leans on one of the statues and just starts snoring.
Yep. And Schmicky, you said he's got a torso. Is he wearing clothes on his torso?
He is not.
Unfortunate. That's fine. Schmicky will go ahead and...
He does have a collar, though.
Is it a collar that's easy to remove? Is there anything interesting about this collar that suggests it's magical?
No, it appears to be woven out of either snake or lizard skin. It's braided leather, and it has a little piece of stone on it that says, if found, return to Mistress Netheria.
Icky gonna take that.
Okay.
And Icky's gonna go ahead and switch into Icky's kind of more, like, Icky has several changes of clothing.
Oh yeah, Charlatan, definitely.
So it's gonna find one that looks a little bit more wispy, something that fits the aesthetic of this area. Something that's kind of like a draped garment or something. Go ahead and take that and put it on themselves and like take off all of their makeup and everything.
Okay.
And he's gonna reveal himself as like a 5'4" Yuan-Ti man.
Okay. Nice.
Oh, no.
The tiniest, most delicately bird-built Yuan-Ti.
Napoleon.
And he's gonna just hide, like just kind of push that Yuan-Ti in the back and be like, well, if I don't have to kill you, I won't. And like
just snoring.
Quick, like it like unhinges the jaw a little, and then it's like, no, I should get back. I should get back. I should get back. Yeah, and it's gonna go back towards the door to kind of like peek around the edge and see like where the rest of the team is. And
you see Helion and Jehef at this moment. They're coming out and they got like statue. They're like taking it. And the statue is, as we described earlier, very interesting. Appears to be a human. And you see like a dress. Like, you know when someone has toilet paper on like the bottom of their shoe, it like follows them? Like that's happening with Frank right now. But he's invisible, but you see this dress go like down the hall after them.
They are from me.
30 feet.
Okay, and would you say, like, are they coming towards me or going away?
I would assume you're going away, because the exotic masterpieces hall was the dead end.
We're going to the Hall of Lovers.
Are there any more doors? Is this just like a straight shot, or are there more doors?
This is a straight shot.
Okay.
Who had the oil?
That's a good question.
I was like, which one of us has the oil?
That is a good question. You know what? I will roll for it. I'll see.
Yeah.
As Mud is applying it to the Medusa. Ugh.
Damn you, Mud.
Slippery snake.
This is making your
Slippery
muscles
snake.
really pliable.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
It turns out an oil of depetrification is really good sex oil.
all right. Jehef has the oil.
Oh, sweet.
Has the opposite effect.
Okay,
Opposite effect, yeah.
I rolled the D10. I was like, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I got.
Yeah. Any windows? Or anything?
Is a good
You're
shot.
underground.
So we're underground.
That's annoying. That's fine.
Like, I think my plan.
Medusa's.
Let us put the oil on the human, huh? And then escape with the tiefling, or the other way around, perhaps.
Yeah, you have a posed human with very interesting leathers, and you have a half-dressed mid-coitus tiefling.
I feel like the human might be easier to talk to.
And yet, perhaps be disoriented, huh? Might not know what's going on. Whereas
It's true.
tiefling, he presumably knows what happened and might want to escape.
But what if our tiefling is seduced and would want to go find his lover?
Yeah, human it is then.
I mean, we just have to be very careful because I hear humans are savages.
They're
Yeah.
not just savages. You know, they eat their own kind.
They eat their own kind?
That's why there's no more of them left.
That is... I can't believe it. All right.
True
And
story.
then he takes out his...
I know the dungeon master.
And then puts the oil on him. Do I just pour it on him?
Gotta rub it in.
Rub it all over.
Yeah.
You might have to rub it in.
All of it.
I can help.
All right.
We
And
should
then
all help.
I put some on on like everybody's hands.
Yeah, it's like you're good.
Just rub him down.
You're rubbing them down. Massage it in. As it's weird, like as you massage the oil in, like the stone becomes more pliable.
Ugh.
And it becomes, instead of like this kind of gray whitish streaked like looking marble, it becomes like squishy and kind of pinkish.
Ugh.
Should have done half and
Gross.
just put it on both their legs. And then he just...
Oh man, that would have been great.
But they're too heavy up top, so they just you just do like a baby waddle and fall over. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's
Have you seen that picture of? I have to find it here too. Of the reason you don't see Minotaur or Centaur babies is because horses can run minutes after they're born, but babies can't even lift up their heads, and it's these little pony bodies running, and the babies are just like flopping around.
Oh my god.
That's what I pictured.
That's awesome.
Sorry, but with
Oh my
statue
goodness.
tops and human legs.
I love role playing with you guys.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So that's his stony flesh becomes spongy. How long does it take to be like Hellion keeps his eye on where
Yeah. It takes you. See, with all three of you helping rub it in, it'll take. Let's see. You can probably get it. And you've all dated Baloo, I think.
Mm-hmm.
yes.
You can probably get it done in less than a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a lot to rub down, but you all are experienced.
Experienced.
Yeah,
Baloo's a lot to rub down.
he is. He's a big boy.
Big boy.
So, Compared to Baloo, this goes pretty quick.
We're experts.
Yep.
And there's not as much hair.
No, it's
not-
very smooth, squishy. You found like patches of hair. You're like, oh wow, I didn't realize that was okay.
Perhaps he was diseased.
He's got the mange.
Right. I think
Poor
we can
thing.
grab Yados and leave.
Yes.
Good.
Good. Yes.
All right, now where do you put the oil on and rub him down? Is it just outside of the door? Or do you go to the Hall of Lovers and then,
I was thinking like right next to Yados' statue. So
Okay, yeah. So because you were like debating between the two,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, and is Schmicky just kind of like with them or behind them or kind of hanging out between the two?
If Schmicky was able to get past Mud and the Medusas with no incident, then Schmicky will like just appear behind them. And
Okay, just give me a stealth check just to
Yeah.
see. They are fairly distracted, so. Is it good?
Could you see that face? Yeah.
Uh,
I probably don't know.
I gotta put my proficiency on there. No, it's like 17, but still,
Okay.
Still.
yeah.
it doesn't suck, but it ain't
Doesn't
great.
suck.
17, yeah, you sneak right past. You
Oh.
kind of like slow down for a second as you see what's going on, and then you're just like, whoop, and you just keep going.
Oh yeah. Well, he's trying to make himself like inconspicuous, like hopefully, you'll just
kinda-
think that I'm another one of your
Yeah.
little
You
sneaky
slink,
boys.
and then whoop. Don't
Yep.
see that.
And so he'll actually like come up on them and, what are you doing?
Ah,
Why does everybody like to scare us?
What? Who are you? What's this? There's not the caretaker, huh? And he's like trying to lift up Jeff. And, or not
You
Jeff.
guys are just like rubbing down a statue and like a strange yuan-chi like comes up on you.
Who are
What are
you?
you doing?
Just rubbing him down. What else
Are
would we be doing?
Healing these?
we're trying to.
That's
trying
what
to-
we came here for.
Okay.
Frank's currently working on his putt.
Okay.
Wow. So yeah, like Schmicky, and I'm sure you guys have probably figured it out by now, but yeah, Schmicky will be like, well, let's go ahead and get the other one.
Leave.
They looked pretty distracted, so I'm pretty sure we could get out of here. And
I'm sure Mud will be fine.
oh yeah,
But yeah,
Yeah.
Mud's
His
his
hands.
yeah. In fact,
Strong
I
hands.
didn't even see Mud when I came by here. I'm sure she's fine. She seems happy here.
She didn't she? Very accepting of the place. Maybe we'll just wait for her outside.
Oh yes, outside.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay. So you de-petrify the human, and he appears to be kind of like unconscious but coming to. If that makes sense.
Mm.
Do you
Yeah.
usher him out before he fully comes to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Drawing attention.
If I have to, I'm gonna put him to sleep.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
All right. So y'all are ushering out. You go through the hall of, like, you exit the court of lovers. You pass through the hall of enemies, and you start going up the stairs that lead to the courtyard of trespassers. Mud.
All right.
You are making out with the Medusa, and
Yeah, and this should catch the Medusa off guard. I'm shoving her prone, then turning around, running, stepping in the wind so I can move about 100 feet to get out of there.
Okay.
Post athletics, it should
Yeah.
be.
I was gonna
16.
say, make me an athletics check so we can do opposed athletics.
I got a
That's,
16.
you got a 16. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, she's not very strong. Let's
No,
see.
she's not.
I got your dice. So if she succeeds, it's your fault, Grant.
Oh no.
Oh.
Using your dice against you.
Natural 20.
Oh.
That happens. All right, so I failed to shove her.
You push, like you try to shove her away, and
It's
she
just
pulls
kinda
you
like-
back in.
Oh, she does?
Yes.
Give her another kiss.
Another smoocheroo.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to weaken her. I'm going full on seduction. We're doing
Okay.
it now. We're just, we are going to mud all over this Medusa.
Yeah, she's like, I know I might be a little different, but you'll get used to it in time. And as you're like kissing, all the little snakes like kind of creep out from
Little
under the towel
bites?
she had wrapped
Playful
up, and they're
bites?
just like little love bites.
Oh my
And
goodness.
like you get like the tongue in your ear, like 3 different snake tongues, and
Nice.
And the entire time I'm sneaking my tail over to like the daughter too.
Mhm.
Each one of those things. It's a vicarious.
Yep.
How am I getting out of this?
She kind of like the Medusa mom like kicks open the bedroom door behind her, and she just kind of drags you in, and the daughter kind of just like follows.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, wait. Can I change into my costume for you? Because I have one. You're really gonna love it. It's worth the wait.
Fine, but make it quick.
All right, now for
All the
viewers at
snakes
home,
are like they look a little flushed in the face, like the green snakes. They have a little bit of like red on the cheeks.
my costume's a
Adorable.
ridiculous lion outfit. But,
Is that your gladiator costume?
yeah, and I'm essentially gonna slide it over a statue, and then I'm gonna heave the statue in and go "rawr" as I turn and run away.
It looks like the little kitten that has like the lion.
Okay, so you put it
That's
over
good.
you put it over a statue. You even find a tiefling statue. It's in the wardrobe room.
Yeah.
And you also notice that there's a secret door wide open with all sorts of kinky statues in there. You're looks like Mom's room. And you just throw it on and you slide it in. Roar!
No, mud shattered. It must have been the snake bites. No.
Make me just for shits and giggles. Give me an athletics check to see how hard the statue gets shoved in there. See if you hit one of them with it.
15.
15? Yeah. You like it just goes into the daughter.
Oh no.
She's like, Mom! And she's like,
Yeah, and I'm just
no.
running down the
First,
hall.
she just yells, "Oh yes!" And then the mom's like, "Young lady!" And then they realize it's a statue. Like, wait a minute, and you're already gone. You're down the hall.
Yeah, and like I'm hoping like even when I see my companions, I want to run right past them. Just run.
Yeah, you catch them. Thankfully, you're able to keep it distracted for another minute. You know, they're just getting to the top of the stairs into the courtyard of trespassers, and you're like, whoo, just booking it, Speedy Gonzalez right past them.
Yeah, I should have a 300 feet head start.
Get
Hey,
to
help us! Help us!
Help you do what? Oils?
No!
Help you what?
Lift the other statue.
Oh. As I, bear hug around it, lock my hands, world's strongest tiefling competition. Be like, Shopwood champion 6 times, City of Deuce.
No. You just grab it and run.
Caber toss.
Caber just does Warlock shatters into a bajillion pieces.
Is there a door leading, like at the base of the stairs?
There wasn't a door. No.
Okay.
It's
Which is
just
like
a
a spiral
tunnel.
from
Yeah.
the electrified tree. All right,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
let's get it up. I think so. While if Mud can take over from me in helping Jeff, then Hellion is he manifests his musket in his hand.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like
Yeah.
all the bullets out, and he's gonna like throw it down the ramp, and as it's going, he's gonna burning hands on it and see if he can't collapse the tunnel behind us.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right. Roll me the damage and see how much it does.
All right, that's what 3D.
I want to see how damage this hallway is gonna be. Because it is all carved out of petrified wood. So.
It looks like it's going to be 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay. It doesn't quite collapse, but you definitely made some rubble on the bottom, so it's going to be difficult terrain if people might trip if they're running fast enough behind you guys.
Can I, like, seeing what he does, can I contribute? All right, I'll drop my invisibility to do it, obviously.
Okay,
but,
yeah.
I'm gonna cast Chaos Bolt.
Chaos Bolt. All
Never
right.
tried this spell before.
I like this spell.
Do I need to make an attack roll to just hit
No,
the...
I mean, it's the wall in the ceiling, so you're not gonna... It's really hard to miss it.
Yeah, it's outside of a barn. And I'm going to roll 2d8, I believe. Yeah, this spell's really cool, and I took it powered, so that if I need to... I'm not going to do it right now, but anyway, I could re-roll if I want. Okay, that is double fours. Normally, if you roll... No, never mind, actually. It's not a double four. Okay, I'm going to turn this into thunder damage.
Okay,
So
yeah.
It's going to hit, and it's going to do thunder damage, and a total of 16 thunder damage.
16 thunder damage? Okay,
Yes.
for sure. Instead of just a little bit of rubble, it's like half collapsed. Now you can get around it, but it's gonna take you a minute. Like you gotta like squeeze through or clear out some of it.
Nice.
So
Okay.
All right.
So that is
Yes,
what
sir.
it does.
booking it through the courtyard of trespassers. You hear outraged shrieking behind you.
Yeah.
Caretakers, don't let him escape. They just say, don't let her escape. Don't let her escape. Like, they haven't noticed there was.
Yeah.
Like, because she hasn't talked to the other caretakers. Sleepy.
So
That's true.
So sleepy. But as you get just past the courtyard of trespassers and you're booking it, the human fully comes to. Who is holding the human?
It was me and was it Frank? Were you also?
Probably, yeah. I probably have the other side.
Right. He looks up, his eyes go large, and he just starts screaming.
I put my hand on his mouth immediately. It's okay. Listen, we're gonna help you out. All right? You need to tough it out. You want to die in here? No, right? Listen.
It looks like he's freaking out and kind of having a hard time understanding you a little bit.
Oh.
Just
He's looking around and his eyes go big at basically everyone. We don't have any non scary
monsters.
people here.
just
He looks probably the least afraid of Jeff. Tieflings were, there were some good tieflings. Oh, and Mud. Mud's okay too. But Mud's a rather imposing tiefling.
Ample. The word is ample.
There's a lot of tiefling.
He's just like,
okay. I'm gonna remove my hand from your mouth and just calm down. We're trying to rescue you. Inside voices.
What?
Inside voices.
What's
And
what
I turn
outside?
into an infernal, like scare him a little bit.
He doesn't understand that at all. He's just like, I kind of like backs up a little bit.
And then
He's just kind of looking around and he looks terrified of all of you guys.
Take care of him, Frank.
And he spoke common. It was kind of hard to understand. He's got like a really thick accent and the weird dialect. That's what happens when you are frozen for like several hundred years. Which happens.
All right.
And he kind of like kind of scoots
Was
back.
he tall?
He scoots back. Yeah,
The
he's tall.
Medusa who petrified you is back that way. Come with us.
Can I carry him like a bride?
Give me a persuasion check, Helion, just to see if he's more afraid of y'all or the Medusa.
I got a natural 19.
Ooh.
Hey. Not bad.
He goes. Oh, he looks back and forth really fast, and then he kind of follows you guys.
Perfect. I don't have to carry you with my
Yeah.
strong muscles.
Yeah, quick,
He's
human, quick.
He's kind of like tries to run like a little outside of your group. but
No,
he's
we
following.
must stay close. Don't strafe off on the path.
I mean, actually, if he full on bolts forward, it might be better because if I just cast sleep now, it might affect some of us. So
He doesn't like bolt ahead of you guys because he doesn't know where he's going at all. But
pointing.
Take care of him, Frank.
he's
Pointing.
he's
I hold
following.
his hand and then just run.
Okay, he's like,
yeah.
yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
All right. And as you guys exit the forest, you hear like a boom. And Bassie on your head just starts going just like nuts, just running around your horns. And you hear on the other sides of the forest kind of. And you think that the basilisks might be alerted to something, but you guys are booking it.
Let's run.
Yeah. Do you guys just run until you've let's see. You're about a full day's in, but the basilisks seem to be they only chase for a couple of hours. It seems they get tired quickly. Like they're not endurance animals.
Yeah.
There's something we might stall them by dropping it. Yeah. I don't know what kind of food they gave us for 3 days.
I've got rations.
You have like jerky, whatever basic rations, jerky, some scorpions on a stick, stuff that will.
I might drop a day's worth, see if it slows them down.
It definitely distracts some of them, and they're like tracking it because it smells like you guys because it's been on your persons for a few days, and it's meat. I love it.
Sit.
So they don't know that where we are, right?
You seem to have lost the main initial group of them, but you think if you run into any others, because your little one's still pretty agitated, that they might attack on sight now. Just give me a group stealth check to see if you guys can sneak out of the petrified woods.
I got a 19.
Okay. Schmicky over there doing a half a dance.
Got a 21.
13.
You're never seeing these rolls again, by the way.
19, 21, 9. What
13 for him.
18?
Frank got a 6. Can I cast visibility?
Yeah, you can
Okay.
cast.
Okay, I'm gonna cast visibility.
All right. Over
Again.
the course of the next day, your group stealth passes their attempts to find you and locate you. You hear them every once in a while, like in little groups, skitter past, but you don't seem to encounter any of them on the way out. And you meet the rendezvous point, and you can just see the wagons in the distance. They're approaching. Do you guys do anything before they get there?
I mean, we have no way of getting this tiefling any lighter, do we?
The one I'm carrying?
Yeah,
Not particularly.
Now remember,
he was pretty naked. He was mid-coitus.
that's true.
I carry almost nothing, so for me carrying
Yeah.
a statue, I'm regular, right?
Yeah.
My streak's pretty high.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they only gave you 3 days rations. It's not weighing you down.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I suppose we just wait here. See what.
All right.
Well, my
You
pants.
start. Is Jeff still holding the human's hand?
Yes.
He's like you're like the arm's length, and he's just like he's too afraid. I'm guessing you're like holding it, so he
Let's
doesn't.
both hold his hands with our tails and kind of leave.
Starting to regret
He looks very
unpetrifying.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, maybe we should go with the tiefling.
Every once in a while, Schmicky definitely unhinges his jaw. Like, man, and just.
We're probably horrifying to this point.
And he laughs just like that after.
Yeah, I love it. The wagons
Reminds
pull
me of
up.
someone.
They look. Your undercover incognito friends are like, we didn't think you would survive. Congratulations. Consider you dead paid. We'll give you right back to wherever you needed dropping off at. Oh, and here, they throw you another oil petrification. We were able to depetrification. We were able to get another on the way, if you wouldn't mind. Starting on the other statue, make it lighter.
Oh no, not at all.
Not that-
Yeah, no, I can work on that guy.
Why is this our job?
That's what my hands were made for.
Schmicky complains, but he's still gonna watch.
It's like baking Play-Doh snakes.
Yep, you definitely, you rub him down, the tiefling gets unpetrified, and he's like, huh! Oh! Hello there, everybody.
Hello.
Yaros.
Hey,
That's me. I see my reputation precedes me. Was there not a hot snake lady here? Oh, damn it.
No.
Did she petrify me?
Petrified
That
you, my
sly
friend.
bitch.
yeah. Yeah, no, she did. We need to move. Do you want anything to cover up with?
I'm good. I'm just gonna lay here.
Yes.
Whew. So I feel like just
He's proud of his body.
I like it.
Bruce Campbell.
And you guys wagon right off into the sunset. The human is immediately taken into a separate wagon where he is promptly put to sleep, so he stops freaking out. And that is where we wrap up this adventure.
Okay.
No.
Oh my god.
Thank you guys so much.
I left one clue in my costume. I have the lock of Myrrh's hair.
Oh.
The Medusa ever wants to scry on Myrrh.
I'll just make a note of that.
Okay.
That's evil.
Oop. Oh, wait, she's a member of our party. She's not the dungeon master in the other game.
Yeah.
That was great. Absolutely perfect. Thank you so much, Lindy, for stepping in and DMing a Tales of the Land Between Two River one shot, where we all have some very, very disturbing and painfully something to people. I don't know. It's very late for.
It's gonna be.
It was
it's
a
gonna
blast.
be a good one.
It's going to be a good one. Thank you so much. We're back to our regularly scheduled band of misfits, near wells, and murder hobos next week. So to be sure to tune in at same time, same bad channel to Land Between Two Rivers. Let's go around to our players here, see how they like the game and where we can find them online. Josh, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. Had a great time. Lindy, thank you for taking over. I'm Beard for Charity on Twitter and a couple of places, Instagram as well. Right after this, I'm going to be streaming some art. In fact, tonight I'm going to be starting on a drawing of Myrrh.
Oh,
So if you want to see my take on Myrrh, come watch.
there you go.
I'm over at twitch.tv/Beard for Charity.
Nice.
Mhm.
Excellent.
Like my name.
Excellent. Yeah, go check out the art streams there. Anna, how are you?
Hello.
Where can we find you?
I'm still doing great. I had a great time. I don't know. I like this group of peeps. So I don't know. It was cool. Maybe we'll get to play our characters again another day.
Oh my God, yes.
The baby basilisk now.
I know. I have a child.
It
Don't
will
child
get
get
its
possibility.
petrification vision until it's 3 months old. You've been infant.
Well,
Thankfully, Out of the Abyss has
Oh,
baby
the best
basilisk
dad.
stats.
It does? Oh my God.
Indeed.
well then.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. Something to look forward to. But you guys can find me on the interwebs places on Twitch as Cyborg Pizza or on Twitter as Annaby Photo, doing the things and the stuff.
Excellent. TK.
Sorry, guys, I was updating the notes. Yeah, I'm TK. I had a great time, but I always have a great time. I got to play my little sneaky boy. Gotta be honest, I didn't think that we would make it through this without killing anyone. And I was 100% ready to kill the caretaker, but like, it was dependent on which way you guys went with it. So I was kind of like, since Schmicky didn't hear any screaming or death, it was kind of like, well, why don't you take a nap? You look tired. You take a nap.
So sweet. So
Which
sweet.
I was very surprised about because I thought for sure I'd have to assassinate that caretaker. But we didn't. So that's nice. It was a really fun romp. It was a really great story. I like seeing NPCs with so much personality. So that's always fun. So you can follow my spooky stories at TK Joins the Fray on Twitter or at my website, tkjwrites.com. I'm going to be adding some more interesting stories coming up pretty soon. A lot of interesting nonsense going on. And and on Sundays you can see me on D&D's Twitch channel with Hell's Bells playing my other boy who is a little Prince Charming. He's very sweet. But yeah, you can do that.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Grant, Myrrh's sister. Like,
Yeah, and it's funny because it started as a joke. I'm gonna be her sister, Mud, and then I was like, what would Mud be like? I was like, the opposite of Myrrh. So no charm, no cute, no sexy, but just I had no idea who the character was actually going to be. And then even we started playing, I just looked at everyone's faces in the game. Then I was like, all right, I think I know who she is now. Hi, everybody. And chat got on there like, Grant needs to blink. And I'm like, no. Yes. I don't know. I had a lot of fun. I love, this was my first time playing with Lindy as a dungeon master, and she's always been one of my favorite to watch. And like, I was entertained the whole time, whether the camera's on me or someone else. It's like, I could watch the game and play in the game, and I really enjoyed it. So kudos to you, Lindy, for running a phenomenal one-shot. You can find me online on Twitter at WisePapaGrant, on Twitch at Grant R. Ellis. I'm all over the place on like 9 different shows. I've got some new ones launching. You can catch me tomorrow night running the Queen of Spiders campaign, which is a legendary D&D campaign on the Greyhawk channel. And on Mondays, I'll be on Scraticus channel for a brand new City of Mist campaign. Then I'm doing a lot of stuff in the near future for Monty Cook Games. All over the interwebs. But really follow my Twitter and you can find the shows that I'm going to be on. Also, if you see me at conventions like GexCon, Gen Con, PAX Unplugged, GameHoleCon, etc., say hi. And I'd love to play a game with you.
Sweet. Excellent. Lindsay.
Oh, I had a lot of fun. I'm so glad you were like, so what do you need us to make for this one shot? I was like, oh yeah, I gotta come up with like a premise and stuff. Yeah, I'll be like level 4. They're gonna do a heist. I love heists. Heists are one of my favorite things as a player. I don't get to DM them very often, so I figured this would be a good experience all around because who doesn't love a good heist? And I had fun kind of just, I'd say I had like 3 lines of notes. Like, there's a password for a trap. There's statues. And I have the names of the rooms. So a lot of that was just kind of bouncing off of you guys. You guys are so great to bounce off of. So that was super fun. And I hope that one day maybe we can bust these characters out again because they were super fun. What did you think, Jim? How are you? Did you have fun?
I had a great time. It's not very often that a dungeon master gets to create a character and sort of play in their own homebrew. So I really appreciate the opportunity to do that. Great time. Hope we get to return to these characters later and see. I kind of want to see all the murder, death, kills that we could get up to with a monk.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
fighter and a barbarian, and a sorcerer as well. So I think we could probably chew through something. But I love a good heist, and I love Medusa just as a monster, just as a villain, and so it's a great addition to the world. And perhaps the party has never heard of anything of a Medusa yet and might in the near future. Who knows?
Oh, start up trouble?
Shenanigans will ensue, particularly when Grant is involved. So I had a great time. I love playing with you guys. It's great to get back. We are back next week with our lovable band of scamps, as I said earlier. And a big shout out to Tabletop Loot for all our dice and shirts and mugs, all your tabletop needs. We really appreciate it.
Great dice.
And they will help you out with your dice. If you're missing some, or you just need other colors, or you're just like, you look at that big bucket of dice and you're like, it's not big enough.
It needs to get bigger. Yeah.
It needs to get bigger.
Always.
There's never enough, as everyone knows. This is WebDM Twitch. We are here on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 Central, running Starward Bound and Land Between Two River, and returning this Sunday. We've got RPGN again and all that cool business. So check us out and hang out in the chat with us while we watch a bunch of cool clips from other other games and crack jokes and have a good time.
Love RPGN.
All right.
Completes
yes. We really appreciate it, guys. Thank you for hanging out with us in the chat. Thank you for playing along with us and encouraging all of our hijinks. We will see y'all when we see you again. Have a great weekend.